voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Educational Friday. I think this blue is throwing the gold off in the background. It look weird. Maybe let me let it set for a minute. Let me let it set. Either way, how y'all doing? Let me maybe adjust my lighting a little bit. I don't know. It feels weird. Either way, let's get into it. How y'all doing? Come on in. Happy Educational Friday. Shout out to each and every one of y'all in the building. I hope y'all are doing well. We made it to Friday, y'all. We made it to Friday. We made it. Yes, we did. I told y'all, to me, and it's just me, but I feel like Monday came and then Friday be right there. We're here. Welcome on in. I'm on cloud 9. I thought I was going to be late because I had to cut my grass this morning, but I only cut the front yard. I didn't cut the back. And I was running behind. You know, I don't have a blower. I sweep. I do my own weed eating and I cut my own grass. Okay. So I thought I was going to be late, but God, he made it for me to make it on time and I am here. Okay. So I got my son. I got my grounding and my meditating in. I hope you did. Speaking of, let's get into the morning announcements. Happy Educational Friday. If you are a friend and new to the channel, welcome to the Morning Joce. We do this Monday through Friday. We also have a segment on Fridays called Educational Friday. If you're interested in unlearning and relearning things that we were lied to about in history, please hit me up on Fridays. Every Friday about between 5 and 5:30, we typically go on live and we'll go back and basically discover what we were taught was wrong, and then we'll right the wrongs, okay? So we'll go find the truth. So for instance, this week, I'm in between two topics. One topic is Fannie Lou Hamer and her affiliation with the Freemasons and how that movement was a whole play. The whole voters' right thing in Mississippi was a whole play. It was just as fake as the doggone civil rights movement. So I may do that. Or what was the other one I said? Or the wealthy blacks. I may do the wealthy blacks. So I may do the wealthy blacks this week simply because I want to do more research on the Fannie Lou Hamer thing. Because when I come up on here, I want to say what I got to see. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. It depends on what I find when I get off of here. But either way, it is Educational Friday. So if y'all are interested in something like that, pull up later on this evening, between 5 and 5:30. We normally go on live and we do that. Okay. It's a more closed, it's a smaller environment, more learning environment. So anyway, on top of that, I need you guys to understand we are in spiritual warfare. So the announcement goes as follows. Please, Black America, pray. I know a lot of us have gotten away from God. A lot of us have gotten away from the Most High God, and it is time that we make our way back. So please, if you or someone you know have not been in contact or communication or direct connection with the ancestors of the Most High God, you need to get there. So you need to start the praying. I don't know if you got to go back to church, fine. Go back to church. I don't recommend it, but if you feel like that's the way to get you closer to God, then whatever, please do so because we are in heavy spiritual warfare. These demons around us, I don't know if y'all really understand the real. That's why they keep us so distracted. So please ground, meditate, pray. Go outside every day. Take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day to put your cell phone and your other devices aside to just sit with your thoughts. Just listen to you. You'd be surprised what you learn and you'd be surprised how much better it makes you feel. So please, Black America, I was about to say do your genealogy, but that too. Please get out there, ground, meditate and pray if you can. Also, genealogy. That's the main thing. We got to do the genealogy. Listen, this delineation thing is going off without a hitch. And if y'all been on my channel long enough, I told y'all when Tariq Nasheed came up with the delineation movement, I knew right then and there that once we started to delineate, the next question would be, well, who are we? And that's where I'm coming in. So I'm here to catch all of my Black Americans who are waking up to the idea that we are not African because we are not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm encouraging all my Black Americans, my foundational Black Americans, my African Americans, whatever you calling yourself. I'm encouraging you to please peek or look into your genealogy. Find out who you are. The reason why a lot of us are walking around amongst this earth so lost right now is because we have no idea who we are. And one of the major reasons why we don't know who we are is because we are not familiar with the people who came before us. Does that make sense? So the government makes sure that we never go back to our ancestors by giving us ancestors. This is why we have what we call Black History Month, where they give us a whole bunch of agents. They literally give us a whole bunch of agents and tell us that those people had our backs. But I keep telling y'all, this enemy does not do anything to help us. So if they give us a hero, know that they're our enemy. So all of these people, Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all of these Christmas addicts, all of these people that they give us are not really our heroes. Our real heroes are inside of our own bloodlines. Does that make sense? So please, Black America, start that genealogy. I don't care if it means starting by having a conversation. Find out who you are, where you come from, and the people who came before you. I promise you, you will not regret it, and your family and your lineage will thank you. So please do that genealogy. Now that we got that out of the way, they got me up here looking like schoolyard, huh? I wasn't going to put the blue bandana on, but I said, you know what? Since Rockhead on her way to see Junior, nope, my bad. I said, since Rockhead is on her way to see Blue, I might as well put on Blue today. You feel what I'm saying? So it's Blue on a Friday because Rockhead is on her way to see Blueface, and she probably done folded Junior up and put him up under the plane. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that bitch told them people that Junior was carry-on luggage, and she done folded him up and put him in a purse, and they done got him down at the bottom of the plane. Hopefully, somebody will go down there and check on him every now and again to make sure they can unfold him and fold him back. But until then, we'll wait till the stream happens later on this evening. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm channeling Diva, channeling my inner schoolyard. Why not? You know, I feel like I want to be a pimp like Blue at this point. At this point, I want to get me a couple of bitches. You see what I'm saying? And see if I can get these hoes to play with me. You feel what I don't know. It just looked fun at this point. I'm going from getting mad to admiring Blue. So yeah, I put the blue on today. It's a Blue winning Friday. Like I said, hashtag save Junior. We just got to keep our eyes on them. We all Junior got. You know what I'm saying? Us internet aunties and uncles and cousins is all Junior got. We all he got. So please, y'all, keep your eyes on him. Keep your eyes on him. Don't take your eyes off him for 1 second. Because if you do, that bitch will be liable to toss him like a goddamn frisbee. You know what I'm saying? So please keep your eyes on our nephew. Hashtag save Junior. Everywhere y'all go. We got to let the people know. Because see, Krishan got a lot of people thinking that this girl don't have no issues. And we're not going to let it happen. So hashtag save Junior, please. At any rate, so what are we talking about today, y'all? Come on in. Let's get into the subjects. Somebody say, I love your dark humor. Oh, you haven't seen Dark yet. Oh, you haven't seen Dark. It's so much I don't say because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. That's like the G version. The things that I be getting off the computer and saying in my head, sometimes I be having to say to myself, oh. Sometimes I be having to get off the live after I say the things in my own head, and I be saying, oh, Lord, please forgive me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm very selective on what I do say, but yeah, I have a very dark humor if I get to know you better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day we'll put it behind the paywall. I don't know. And anyway, what are we talking about today? Did y'all see the thumbnail? We got Navy sailors, U.S. Navy sailors, stranded on the USS Lincoln in Iran at a war. Did you guys put one in the chat if y'all knew we was at war? Put a 2 in the chat if you didn't. Did y'all know we are in an active war? Did y'all know that? I want to see if y'all knew that. 1 in the chat if you knew we were at war. 2 in the chat if this is your first time hearing it. Let me see if y'all be up on it like, you know, like y'all should. It look like a lot of y'all know. I ain't know. I swear to God, I ain't know. I did. Well, let me back that up. I knew we were at war because the United States is always at war. However, I didn't know about the war in Iran, the Iran war. So did you guys know that apparently the United States are in Iran in having a whole war, right? Because allegedly they're saying that Iran bombed the US or bombed something or somewhere in the US. And they're saying that that's why the US sent some ships over there to bomb Iran back. But the problem is, they sent the ship over there November of 2025 and it's still there. Those people have gotten so, I want to use my words correctly because these are the people serving our country. Those people have gotten so delirious that there are reports of people jumping off the ship. Okay? Now, two things could be happening in this situation. They could be jumping off the ship to get rescued because technically that would be a commission or almost a commission of suicide. So they have to take you off the boat. Or there's something haunted in something weird going on that boat. Remind you, it's been stranded in the doggone in somewhere in Iran. It's been stranded since November of 2025. This is August of 2026. Typically, a boat has to dock. A ship, a Navy ship is supposed to dock every 30 to 60 days, I want to say, or maybe 4 to 6 weeks. That's what I heard. Every 4 to 6 weeks, this ship is supposed to dock to keep the sanity of the sailors. The ship haven't docked in 6 months. So now the people have been contacting their families, telling their families, we're losing weight. They can't get no supplies to the boat. They can't get no fresh food. They in there eating slop, and the people are losing their minds. So we got to get into that. It's a lot going on in this world that we do not know that's going on. And let me show you how cutthroat the government is. The Navy people sent out a representative at first to say, oh no, it ain't, they just overreacting. It ain't like that. We got it all under control. Until the families had to bring in the proof and the receipts. So we're going to get into that. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, black man ain't got no place in that white man army. I don't give a damn what branch it is. I don't give a damn. Black man ain't got no place in that white boy's army. Okay? And I get it. We all conditioned to think differently about it, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it, man. Y'all know they can't tow it. They in a war zone. Somebody say they can't tow it. It ain't a car. It's an aircraft carrier, girl. Who said they can't tow it? I was about to say something. Lord have mercy. Wait. Wait, hold up. No, girl. It's not a badly parked car. It's the aircraft carrier. Y'all know what an aircraft carrier is? It's a big old ship that sits on the ocean, but it carries fighter aircraft and jets and stuff. And the aircraft live on the ship. Does that make sense? So they take off and land. They don't take off and land on land. They take off and land on the ship. So that big ass ship that's probably big as a city. Nah, I don't think they could tow it. It ain't as big as a city, but it's big. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me just back that up because they can tow it. That's not a stupid question. Those ships can be towed. But in this particular situation, this ship is at war. So, nah, they can't tow it. They can't tow it. Nigga might send a tow truck in there, and the tow truck might get popped. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, no, in this particular situation, no, they can't tow it. It's at war. They got niggas shooting. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, let's just say, it's kind of like some niggas around the corner having a shootout and it's guns blazing, shots going everywhere. And somebody be like, hey, bro, you could go pick up my little partner. Oh, where he at? He live right there in that house in the middle of the shootout. Nigga, what? Hell no. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? So ships can be towed. It's not that it physically can't be towed. It's just that the circumstances would not, technically do that. But they did say that they're trying to get they're trying to send a switch out. So basically they're going to send a ship to pick them up and then drop some people off, switch the people out. So we'll get into that. We also need to get into Saucy Santana is telling us straight to our face that he's going to have our kids on the creek and there's nothing we can do about it. We also got to get into baby parts. abortions and why these people push them on us, because they selling baby parts. We're going to get into that. Predators in power. Predators in power. Predators in power. Yes, we got to get into that. All of the people in power, and I ain't going to say all, 90% of them, is predators, child predators at that. And we're going to get into that. Kevin Hart best friend, I want to touch on that because he did the roast. We'll touch on it. USS Lincoln, we already talked about. And FBA, Black Americans don't want to be Africans, denying their African roots, because we are delineating and we know exactly who we are. So y'all come on in and get the likes up on the video. You know what I was listening to before I came on here? Because I like to listen to some music every now and again. I don't know why this song came up on me. Neo, 1 in a Million. What he be saying? Girl, you're so 1 in a million. You are, baby, you're the best I ever had. I was in here cutting up. You hear me? It's a good Friday. It's a beautiful Friday. I hope y'all enjoy yourself. Listen to some good music. Don't listen to that crap like no Cardi B and no Meg Thee Stallion. Go get you some good music. Listen to it. Let it make you feel good. You see what I'm saying? That's y'all problem. Y'all want to listen to Saucy. Y'all want to be quiet on the creek. That's y'all problem. Go get you some music that'll make you feel good. Okay? Now let's jump into the show. Y'all get the likes up on the video, y'all. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me read a couple of super chats. Make sure I ain't miss nobody. Okay. Bubbly Glamourista. Thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. Beautiful. I love that picture. She says, hey, boo and family, tomorrow's my birthday. Can I get a birthday song, please? Love y'all down. Absolutely, you can. Y'all drop some cakes in the chat for my boo, Bubbly Glamourista. Not only her, any and everybody, all the lion-ass Leos. No shade. Happy birthday, beautiful. But all the lion-ass Leos, happy birthday to the lion ass Leos. Y'all are the dopest. Nah, y'all. Nah, I'm just saying. Y'all are dope. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. I know a lot of my little brother Leo. And like I told y'all, he be lying too. So anyways, y'all sing the happy birthday. Drop the cakes in the chat. Happy birthday to all of my Leos and even my Cancers that I missed. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. Y'all get the likes up and drop the cakes in the chat. Where is the birthday song? Do I still have it? I know I got it. Hold on. Do I have it? It was I don't think I have it. I think I must have deleted. I hope I did it. I doubt it. Did I? I think it's off my thing. But why though? Let me scroll. It's not my fault. History, the Indian intro. Oh no, here you go. Happy birthday, beautiful. Sorry about that. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We did it, Joe. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, beautiful. I hope you enjoy your Friday and the rest of your weekend, month, year, and all of those things. Happy birthday, beautiful. Thank you so much for your support, too. Miss Kelly J, thank you for the super chat. Says, boo, I finally caught you. Yes, I've been on the replay game, but I continuously show my love and support by spreading the word. Thank you. She says, I love you bunches, and can you believe your niece will be too soon? No! Girl, you know this time go by too fast. That is crazy. Happy birthday to my niece. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people that be on the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang. I'll never forget about y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Time go by fast. These children grow up so fast. Y'all cherish it. And thank you so much, Miss Kelly J, for the super chat. I appreciate you. And thank you again for becoming a new member. All right, now let's jump out the window. We got a few things to discuss, y'all. It's Friday. It's Educational Friday. Oh, one more thing. If you or someone you know is interested in some merch, they got a link pinned to the chat. It's called voodoodolltvshop.com. I got 2 lines on there. One called My Ancestors Don't Play About Me. Another one called Black Americans versus Everybody. It's a Babe brand. So please, if you are interested, go check it out. You know what I'm saying? You might can find you something you like. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Meek Mills, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Says, let's keep it going, boo. Please give my daughter Sagey happy birthday shout out. She loves your Dollhouse channel. When you say bye at the end, she'll return 7 tomorrow. Happy birthday, beautiful niece. How you say her name? Sajay? Happy birthday, niece Sage. I think it's Sage. Happy birthday, Sage. You are so beautiful. I bet you are because your mama pretty, okay? Happy birthday, and thank you for supporting me, niece. Love you. Love you, Meek. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sorry for being a member for 1 month. And tell my niece I said happy birthday, okay? Sage, I caught it. It took me a little while. You know, I could be a little not anorexic. What's the other one? The one where you can't read. I have that a little every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But I catches it when I catch it. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Meek. All right, let's get into the show, y'all. I'm gonna try to put some content out on the other channel too today. I normally don't on Friday because Fridays are so crazy. I don't know if y'all know this, but my Fridays and Mondays are the craziest days of the week because both days I have 2 heavy shows. Monday, I got Malone Madness Monday, and Monday I'll be having Malone Madness Monday and the Joce, and then Friday I'll be having Educational Friday and the Joce. So my Mondays and Fridays be crazy, okay? All right, let's jump off the porch. And since we're jumping off, why not? So I guess this is becoming the trend now. Tia Kemp and her man. This is the thing now. This is what we doing now. I don't know how old this young man is, and let me be clear. I am not saying that it is wrong for an older woman to date a younger man. That is not by no means what I am saying. What I am saying is there are a lot of older women, older than me, and I'm 43, and they are basically targeting men 25 and under, okay? Now, I don't know how old this young man is, but I'm starting to pick up on this trend of old hoes, all of these hoes, old hoes running around here with young boys, okay? Now, again, I don't know if this is Tia Kemp's specific situation, but y'all getting these niggas that's close to the age of your son is sick. It's sick. It's sick. And y'all are never beating those boy mom allegations. I said what I said. I don't give a damn. You hoes is never beating the boy mom allegations. Y'all know what the boy mom allegations are, right? That boy moms really want to be with their sons. Y'all are never beating them. Say what I said. For stuff like this. And it ain't just Tia, Kim, Keisha, all these hoes. Tia, Tamara, Tia, the other Tia from the Tamara twin. All of these hoes. All of y'all look stupid as fuck. I just want to say that. Y'all look dumb. And it's the gag. The niggas don't even look like they like y'all for real. All these niggas, all y'all, Kim, Tia Kemp, Tia Mowry, who the other one? All of you hoes look dumb as fuck. The only people who think y'all look cute is another old hoe who want a young nigga like you. And them hoes only think it look cute because in their nasty, weird probate mind, they thinking about the dick. But y'all forgot these young boy dicks don't work like the old ones used to. Dummy. These little young niggas be so depressed on so much shit, the dick barely working. They be on the blue pill at 16. So it ain't even like y'all getting the young boys that used to be packing like back in the day. I remember the days. Them hoes back not fuck with my Juve. I remember them days. But these new young boys ain't cut like that. So y'all going to get these new young boys and ain't even getting good dick. Y'all look desperate. Y'all look old as fuck. and y'all look stupid AF. I gotta say that part. I'm not gonna clap like the rest of the world because I like you. No, 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 no. You hoes look dumb. You look stupid. And you look like predators. I'm gonna say that. You hoes look like you're predators. You know why? Because you look like you know that a nigga your age wouldn't take you serious. So you gotta go find somebody on your level. Don't let that go over your head. So you gotta go get a child on your level so that you can feel like the woman that you think you are. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So that's why y'all go get these young niggas. Because you know a nigga your age or close to your age gonna look at you like a damn fool. They gonna be like, damn, you this old and you childish. Damn, you this old and you ain't this. Damn, you this old and you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You know that's what a nigga your age gonna tell you. So what y'all hoes do is forsake those niggas and go get the children. Because see, you can control them with your money. You can control them with your authority. You can control them with your wisdom. I'm using that term loosely because you hoes don't have no wisdom, or at least your experience. I'll go with that. You can control them with your experience because they're inexperienced. You hoes look like predators. And I'm not going to be the person to sit up here and act like it's cute because it's not. Tia Kemp, that man don't even like you, girl. Did you see the way he was looking when he kissed you? Run it back. Y'all look at his picture. Look how I look when she kissed him. Pay attention. He don't even like her. He might be gay. Pay attention. It's going to roll back around. Watch when he kiss her. I'm going to let it roll because they got music playing. I can't let the music play. Watch when she lean in for the kiss with that nigga. How he, like, hesitant. How I used to be with my little sugar D. You see what I'm saying? Niggas don't even like y'all for real. Y'all look stupid. And again, the only people clapping are other older women who like young meat. Other predators. That's the only people who think this is cute. It's weird. Y'all look stupid. Y'all look dumb as fuck. Tia Kemp got to be older than me. I'm 43. The bitch got to be 45, 50. Y'all look stupid. Y'all look dumb. I'm trying to make it go back around when she went in to kiss him. They looked at a mess. Look, watch when he kissed her. That nigga look like, oh my God. That nigga look like, ugh, I gotta kiss her. Okay, we on camera. Ugh. Y'all hoes look dumb. And I said it. I don't give a fuck. Tia, I don't give a fuck about her mouth. Say what I said. Bitch, you look stupid. You look dumb and stupid. You hoes look dumb. And the nigga using you. The nigga using Tia. The nigga using Kim. The nigga using the other Tia. All of y'all getting used. Every single one of you hoes. But y'all like that though. Let's move on. Let's move on. Y'all get the lights up on the video. Tia don't scare me. I'm not y'all. Let's move on. Hold on. Oh, I wanted to update y'all on this. Remember the little girl who we spoke about who had the lace front? I saw her mama and I started to understand. So remember the girl we talked about yesterday who barely got her front teeth but got a lace front wig? This supposed to be her and her mama. Now the mama looked racially ambiguous with a lace front. I don't know what the mama is. I don't know if that's her mama, her sister. I don't know what this is. But yeah, I looked on the page of the little girl and I saw every video has 400,000 to 500,000 views on it. And then it dawned on me because another girl said, you buying some real good hair to put in this baby's head. And then it dawned on me, she's using. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what just happened. Listen, this little girl who's about 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 years old tops, because she's got 2 front teeth missing. This little girl is being used for content. So at least the girl do put good hair on the little, or at least nice grades of hair on her head. But she makes the lady a lot of money. A lot. And then I started to understand what this is. So basically, we're in a situation where parents are still using their children to get paid. So people are basically slaving out their children on the internet. Does that make sense? People were slaving out their children. So that's what it's getting from this little girl. So she's going to continue. That wasn't the first video. She's been posting videos with this little girl with the lace fronts. Apparently, that's how they make their content, okay? Yeah, it's child labor. I can't wait until they make laws to stop this, because it's a bunch of lazy ass parents who realize they got talented children. And this is the gag. Let me make y'all laugh. When these children get older, most of them won't even have a career for themselves. Do you know why? Because their parents would have sucked their careers dry, as children. So let's say, for instance, this little girl is talented. She can sing, she could dance, or something like that. Depending on the way her parents parrot or present her image as a child, it could literally ruin her chances of anything in this industry in the future. Because right now, the image is basically whatever the parents want it to be. Does that make sense? Either way, I feel sorry for the little girl, but she's only doing what her mama, I've used that term loosely, but she's only doing what her mama know. It is what it is. Some of these children you cannot help, okay? Yeah, some of them you can't help. Let's move on. Now, I want to say this Kevin Hart situation. I want to bring this up to y'all. So y'all remember the Kevin Hart roast? Let me see if I can pull up some stuff from the Kevin Hart roast. So if y'all weren't here for the Kevin Hart roast, Kevin Hart did a roast. And for y'all who don't know, typically what happened with roasts is, typically when somebody has a roast, that's the end of their career, right? And the industry likes to mark the end of their career by making them go in front of the whole world and humiliating them. It's a big humiliation ritual, okay? Now, on said roast, every single person got up here and did pedophile jokes. Every single comedian. And not only did every single comedian do, except Kevin Hart. No, not Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, but I think he did one too. Not only did every one of them do pedophile jokes, the host literally pointed at everybody on the couch. Kevin Hart, Lizzo, Regina Hall, all of these people that y'all love. The white boy pointed at every single one of them and said, all of y'all are pedophiles. And the crowd just, y'all laughed. And I'm sitting here holding the top of my head saying, what the fuck? They literally did a whole roast. And the people said that all of your faves are pedophiles. He pointed to the stand. He said, every single one of you on here are pedophiles. He said it. And people laughed it off as if it was a joke. They be telling y'all what they be doing. And he pointed to all of them. Lizzo, Kevin Hart, and Regina Hall, and whoever else was on the couch. The only reason I'm pointing them out because they were the main 3 black people that we know in the industry. Yeah, they was calling them all pedophiles. Now, I want to show y'all, before we get into Kevin Hart best friend, because I brought this up for a reason. Let me give y'all a glimpse of what was going on at the roast. Look.
And then he was born 9 pounds, 7 ounces, and he remains the same today. Kevin is so small, people call him the lowercase N-word. He was raised by a single mother and a stepladder. Because of Kevin's awful childhood and feelings of inadequacy, he became a workaholic to distract himself from the grief of who he is on the inside. And to make matters worse, his inner child is taller than him. But look at him now. Kevin has so few black friends that he started a vegan fast food chain and nobody stopped him. Yep, I did that. And then he was born 9 pounds, 7 ounces, and he remains.
Kevin is so short. Kevin's so short that they're going to have to lynch him from a bonsai tree.
He got into a fist fight on a private plane, proof that no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. This fight. You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you right now. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Kevin is so short.
I'm saying all that to say, and I didn't even play the clips where they were talking about the pedophiles. But basically, listen, the whole roast is about a humiliation ritual for whoever the famous person is, okay? Now, why is this important? Kevin Hart's best friend, and the reason I'm doing this and I'm using that term loosely is because this man ain't no friend of Kevin Hart's. Or no, Kevin Hart ain't no friend to him. Let me back that up. So this is supposed to be Kevin Hart's best friend. Y'all remember when Kevin Hart first popped off, he had this thing called the Plastic Cup Boys. I remember him introducing them, right? And these are supposed to be some childhood friends that he's been knowing for years, for whatever, who are also comedians that Kevin was supposed to be putting on. Now, this Plastic Cup Boys, I remember seeing it on all of his shows. I remember seeing the silhouette and all of that stuff, but I never got to see the Plastic Cup Boys. Now, I did see the best friend make a couple of cameos on Husbands of Hollywood, but I never really got him to see what the Plastic Cup Boys was going to be about. Now, immediately when I heard about it, I said to myself, Kevin don't want to put his friends on because they might be funnier than him. But I fell back because I don't know at the time. Well, then fast forward, Kevin Hart comes into Hollywood talking about he gonna put us all on the Plastic Cup Boys, and now Kevin is out of Hollywood. He's retired because a roast signifies or signals that it's a wrap on their career, right? So now Kevin's out of the industry, and the Plastic Cup Boys have done nothing. Now, the best friend does this interview, and in the interview, he says that he was promised a Netflix special or something like that, but ended up getting it taken away because at the roast, he made a joke about Dave Chappelle's wife. Now, let's be clear. I want you to understand why this is important. First of all, you've been rolling with your partner, your so-called best friend, for 20 years, however long, playing with this plastic boy cup shit, and your partner couldn't make sure you get your Netflix special? Number one. Because remember, you don't have no random, regular, degular, schmegular, everyday ass partner. Nigga, your best friend is Kevin Hart. You see what I'm saying? So I found that odd that your friend couldn't make sure you got your special. Number one. But number two, all the pedophile jokes that went on over there at that damn roast, and the one that got you in trouble was because you say something about Dave Chappelle's Asian wife. Y'all see where the priority's at? Let's get into him explain what all happened. His name is Naeem Lynn. And again, he looks familiar because you've seen him cameo on a few things, but you've never really seen him. Let's get into it.
Did that roast open doors for you, or not so much? New doors?
I sold a couple more tickets, but other than that, no. I think that they were saying that this guy's name is Robbie, who decides who gets the Netflix specials, and they were saying like if I do a good job, then I'll probably get one. But he was a little upset because of the joke that I made about Chappelle. And he might have only been upset because like Chappelle's wife, she messaged him, she was pissed about it. So, and Chappelle is like that's their big dog right there.
Oh, and by the way, Chappelle and Kevin Hart are like this, or at least they seem to be. So your best friend is Kevin Hart. Let's say a producer saw what you said, the wife hit him up, and they feel some type of way. You gotta end. Your best friend is Kevin Hart, and him and Dave Chappelle act like they best friends. So have your best friend hit up Dave Chappelle and be like, bro, it wasn't like that. Your best friend can't help you because he never planned on it. Let me get back to it.
So okay. You come for the king, and I don't regret saying anything, and I don't feel bad that a special hasn't been offered to me. It's like, all right, fuck it, I don't care. That doesn't hurt me.
Okay. And you think it was, probably know that it was because of a Dave Chappelle joke during the roast?
It was like two different people, like Kevin's manager and my agent. They were like, if you have a good set, if you kill it, then they'll probably give you a special.
Right.
And the guy that controls who gets the specials, he called Kevin. He's like, man, what was up with Naeem, man? Dave's wife is pissed. Man, she's fucking pissed. So I guess like at that point he was like, yeah, fuck him, fuck me. And yeah.
Okay.
I'm not affected by that at all.
Oh, my bad. Listen.
Did that roast
I bought this up for a reason. Because I need y'all to understand that sometimes the people closest to you really is your biggest hater. So you mean to tell me a producer called your best friend Y'all been friends before this shit. A producer called your best friend and was like, bro, what's up with your best friend? And your best friend didn't talk the producer off the ledge? So now you done waited 20 years. You've been kissing Kevin Hart's ass, running behind him, probably grabbing his bags at the airport. And now it's time for you to get your special on his way out. And somehow, some way, you don't get a special. Do y'all see what happened here? So all of this time, you done put your career on the side thinking you're going to pop off with the Plastic Cup Boys, and we will never see them niggas. We will never see him because Kevin never planned on showing us the Plastic Cup Boys. And let me just say this. I saw Naeem's bit at the roast. He's actually really funny. He's actually genuinely funny. He's a funny dude. And I like his comedy because it's not loud and obnoxious, but it's like you gotta be listening to catch the joke. Like it's kind of like shady comedy, if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? The dude is off the chain. At the end of the day, I just would say to Naeem that it was never meant for you to get a Netflix special. It was never meant for you to do well. It was meant for you to be not siphoned. Well, they siphoned your energy too. I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart did a lot of energy siphoning on you for his own career. But that's not what I meant to say. I'm pretty sure Kevin put you under his wing as the Plastic Cup Boy to make sure you never made it. Let's move on. That's how it goes. That's why he made you a Plastic Cup Boy. He knew when he created the Plastic Cup Boys, these niggas will never see the light of day. And he also knew I got a friend that's funny. And these motherfuckers might see my friend and find him funnier than me. So that's why he made you a Plastic Cup Boy. And all the way up into the doggone roast, you was over there being his valet. And now that he's retired, you're screwed. 20 years down the drain. Watch the people closest to you. Watch the people closest to you. I know Kevin Hart used this material because it was even said that the Plastic Cup Boys wrote a lot of Kevin Hart jokes. You think I'm lying? Hold on. Let me see if Google got the right tea. Have you heard any rumors about the Plastic Cup Boys writing for Kevin Hart and his jokes? I don't see no video. This was in 2026. Hold on, because they tried to give me a video. Naeem was talking about it. I wanted to see. I got this. Netflix is a joke special. It says, Will Spank Horton and Naeem Lynn are the Plastic Cup Boys. The Plastic Cup Boys have traveled the world supporting Kevin Hart in the world of comedy and his own party scene. It says this duo can be considered some of best comedy talents known today. Whether it's performing in front of 15,000 people in an arena or having a few drinks after the show, the Plastic Cup Boys are the present and future of comedy. That's some shit Kevin wrote down. Listen, they was helping that nigga write his jokes. And now that his career's over, you are too. Let's move on. Y'all better be careful out here in these streets, bro. It be the people closest to you. I told y'all enemy ain't down the street. He not close enough to be your enemy. Your enemy is not down the street. The enemy is coming from inside the house. I keep telling y'all that. Y'all got to catch up, mustard. And speaking of catching up, Young Miami is dressed in Chanel, but I would have never known because the bitch dressed like Hannah Montana. You see what I'm saying? This is giving early 2000s. I'm talking about 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, tees for the white girls. So apparently Chanel has created a line and they must have channeled the early 2000s because remember, these creators are not really creators. They just go and steal shit that we done already done. And my material girl, Young Miami, is on here talking about she's Chanel from the head to the toe. And I ain't gonna lie, 90% of that shit she was saying was Chanel. I was saying to myself, no fucking way I would have bought any of this. None of it. I ain't gonna say she look a mess because she don't look a mess. It's just that if somebody would have told me that outfit came out of Marshalls, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. However, it's never about the outfit itself. It's about knowing that you shitting on these hoes and you wearing Chanel and they not. Let's get into Young Miami, talk about her drip, her all Chanel drip, and the girls are loving it, and that shit look a mess.
Hey, how you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm Fine. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Jemiami, aka Carisha, from Miami.
Okay, MIA's in the house. Stop playing with her. Let's go.
Yes.
Damn. We see the fit. Describe it today.
So today, I'm in Chanel. I'm a Chanel girl. We still going to Chanel. I got on Chanel accessories.
I wonder how much that bracelet costs. I'm going to look it up. I wonder how much that bracelet costs. How much is the bracelet? Oh, no. How much is the Chanel bracelet Young Miami flaunted online? Let me let it play.
Okay.
I got on a Chanel jacket.
Chanel offers both costume jewelry and high-end fine jewelry options.
Bitch, they say Chanel bracelets start at $30,000, $55,000 to $150,000. Bitch, please.
The shirt is Chanel.
Damn.
The skirt is Galliano Dior.
Yeah.
The shoes is Stella McCartney.
Yeah, can you show the toes for free?
And the bag is Chanel,
Chanel all the way. Damn.
Yes, but make sure you crop me. You gotta crop me.
Damn. We see the shades, everything.
Yeah, the glass is Chanel too.
Damn. Okay, we love that. You give anybody a style advice, what would it be?
It gotta be in you, not on you.
Damn. Okay. So you rather have a partner with style or funds?
You gotta have both. You gotta have style. You gotta have fun. Cause I need a nigga next to me with that shit on. Like, we gotta step out. We gotta have that shit on.
Damn.
But you gotta have a point too, though.
Okay. So what advice you got for somebody that's trying to pursue you? What are some things you like?
Oh, I like a nigga that smell good, and I like a nigga that talk to me nice. You gotta talk to me nice.
Damn. Okay. Spend it. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you gotta spend 20, 50, 20, and I need you to spend it fast.
Damn.
Like,
Okay.
as soon as it touch your hand, I need it to be leaving.
Okay.
All cash though.
Okay. What's your favorite meal?
I told you this the last time. It's pork chop, fried pork chop, corn and rice.
Okay. What's your favorite song at the moment?
You might even spend that.
Damn.
Spend
Okay.
that shit,
Yeah. Now let's do your zodiac sign.
I'm an Aquarius.
Okay, big Aquarius.
Big Aquarius.
Okay, the biggest? Okay. And we gotta get a 360. Stop playing. Damn. Yeah. Young Miami. Big New York now. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So I don't know. Her outfit is probably hundreds of thousands of dollars altogether. Somebody said that shit rented, probably, more than likely. Remember, she's an influencer. So Chanel would drape her from head to toe to get us, our broke ass, to go spend our money. So more than likely, it's all rented. Just like I told y'all with EJ Johnson and what that was, a little mini Birkin that he opened up. I told y'all they'd be giving them to the celebrities so that you can go out there and buy them. That's why. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I'm not saying that it looks bad because she don't look bad. She looks cute. It's just that I'm thinking to myself, how superficial do you have to be to spend whatever you spend on that skirt, that top, them glasses, or even that bracelet? Girl, that bracelet, girl, I look like I get that out the beauty store. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that because I'm going to be rich. I'm not saying that I'm never going to spend money. What I'm saying is if I spend it, it's going to make sense. This doesn't make sense to me. However, this is Young Miami telling the girls to be material girls. Now, let me say this too, because this is bleeding off into relationships. Because I've noticed that a lot of men who are dating speak about how the new girl's mentality is about how much money you have and how you got to spend it and whoop. It's bleeding over to the relationships, but that's what they want. Remember, it's about divide and conquer. That's what all of this is about. Make them hate each other so that we can come in and infiltrate, okay? What's the time on here? I'm trying to see how many more honorable mentions I could share. I will share this one. Look at this lady. Shout out to the school principal. She stands at the front of the door every day when them children coming in school, and she makes sure they take off their hoodies and everything else. I love it. Discipline. That's what some of y'all children need. Let's get it. Her name is in Miami, Carroll City Senior High came with rules today. I love it.
Out this way. Hi, you look so great. Oh, happy birthday. Come on down if you're right. Yes, Cheap Pride Nation. Cheap Pride. Let's go. There, I love it. Yes. Cheap Pride. Take it off. You don't have to take it off. I don't want to hear it. I would put you in CSI. You can keep your hoodies on. But put it in your bag. I'm putting tags on it. Where? I'll hold it. Matter of fact, Hurry up. Don't try me again. The cheerleader should have been out here. Y'all better hurry up. Y'all late. How you doing, Cam? Put it in your bag. Put it in the bag. Go back over there. You can't touch my carpet. That's for your foot. That has nothing to do with your shirt. You need a uniform shirt. Over here. You need a uniform shirt. Take those headphones off your head.
Can I say, I believe all schools need to be uniform enforced. I'm from New Orleans, and in New Orleans, we have to wear uniforms. So it's normal to me. But I believe all kids in America, all over America, should be forced to wear uniforms. I believe that. I don't care.
Good morning. Welcome. Over here. No interruption of my school. No interruptions. It's not going to be a good day. He doesn't have on a uniform shirt. He leaving? He going home? Bye-bye? Adios? You go adios? Lopez, I don't know what he's trying to tell me. He has a... I'll start this way. Hi, you look so great. Oh, happy birthday. Come on down if you're right. Yes, Cheap Pride Nation. Cheap Pride. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There, I love it. I love it. Yes, yes. Cheap Pride. Cheap Pride. Cheap Pride. Cheap Pride. Cheap Pride. Take it off. You don't have to take it off. I don't want to hear it. I would put you in CSI. You can keep your hoodies on. But put it in your bag. I'm putting tags on it. Where? I'll hold it.
Shout out to this principal. She's doing exactly, and this is what school is about, really. It should be a place where children learn a level of discipline, not a place where children turn into a fashion show. Because that's what school has turned into. Our parents don't even care if our children can read, write, or walk. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, I wanted to share this because I see the principal down in Miami, Carol City. She got it right. Shout out to this lady. I don't care what nobody say. I believe all children should wear uniforms. It cuts back on a lot of the bullying because a lot of y'all, I'm from New Orleans. Everybody from pre-K to 12 wear uniforms. I don't care where you at in the city. Every single school have to wear uniforms. We got different ones, but everybody gonna wear them. You see what I'm saying? And it really cuts back on bullying because a lot of kids who are better or well-to-do off than the other kids, they get the flexing on the ones that are less fortunate. Not only that, it causes less distraction. See, if your parents know they can only buy a white t-shirt and some shorts, then that's less thing for them to come send you to school with to distract. I just believe that all children should wear uniforms. I think it's best mentally, you know. At any rate, shout out to that lady. She did a big one. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy? I didn't know. I'm from New Orleans, but I didn't know that outside of New Orleans, people wore regular clothes to school. I remember the first time I saw that was I want to say, what's that song, that movie with Joe Clark, the principal, and they were saying Fair East Side. You know what I'm saying? That song, that movie. And I remember seeing them going to school and they ain't had no uniforms on. And I was like, dang, they don't wear uniforms in New York? Excuse my French. I was ignorant as fuck. Anywhere up north to me in New Orleans was New York. I don't know where the movie was made out of. Speaking of, where is the movie made out of? It looked like New York to me. Where is the movie Lean On Me coming from?
The movie Lean On Me
I was
is based on
close.
the real story of Joe Louis Clark, a principal at Eastside High School in Paterson, New Jersey.
I was close. That's right down the street. So I wasn't all the way wrong. I thought I was all the way wrong. The whole time I wasn't all the way wrong. In my mind as a child, it was New York. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, they don't wear no uniforms? Like, that was crazy to me. That was my first time seeing it. But then, like I said, as an adult, I realized that New Orleans is special. This is what I didn't know. I saw this video from Wayne. Do y'all pin money on people for their birthday outside of New Orleans? Put a 1 in the chat if that's normal to y'all. So when somebody's birthday comes around, everybody just start pinning money on them. 1, if that's normal where you from. 2, if it's not. Because Wayne said that, and the other people was like, No, that's not normal. And I'm like, what? Y'all, that's normal to y'all. Some people saying one, some people saying two. In New Orleans, on your birthday, typically how it work on your birthday, unless people already know, you start with $1. You put $1 on you. And everywhere you go, people pin money on you. That's like tradition. We don't do that in the North. It must be a South thing then. I didn't know that. I did not know it. In New Orleans, it's like second nature. So basically how it works is it's your birthday. I remember one time I was working at McDonald's. I'll never forget. I was working in the drive-thru, rolling that bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? Yeah, I was rolling that bitch. And I remember I put $1 on my shirt. So everybody that came by in the drive-thru was like, oh, it's your birthday? I was like, yeah, girl, me. $200-300 that day. Watch out. And I wasn't making that in a week. You feel what I'm saying? Hell yeah, girl. New Orleans is different. But again, like I said, I didn't know that wasn't the standard across the board. Apparently it's not. Let's move on. Now, I do want to share this. Well, do I want to share this? No, I don't. I don't care. Let's get into
why do you feel that you were old?
I'll share it on the other channel. I'll share it at Voodoo Doll TV, the Dollhouse Reacts. I'll share it over there. Let's get into the show. A couple of topics from the show, y'all. Let me see which one I want to do first. Let's do baby parts. So y'all know we spoke about abortions. And I told y'all back in the day that the people are pushing abortions. I'm saying back in the day, but during the election time. I told y'all that people in the left were pushing abortions to Black Americans because they were using our babies. Let's do a little recap of that. So for y'all who don't know, abortion was pushed to Black American women more than any other group of women on the earth. They like to say that it was just the American women. Abortion was pushed to Black American women. And the reason being is because they take the babies and they eat the babies. They ingest the babies. Not only that, they use the stem cells. They use the doggone, the water bag. They use all of that stuff. These cannibals that I told y'all about yesterday. Remember I told y'all about these cannibals? These cannibals need this flesh in order to live. So another way to make sure that they get a continued supply is through the abortion system. So when you go in and you say, I'm not ready for this child, Black American woman, and you go in and you let them people do an abortion on you, you got to know that when they take that baby, they don't just throw it in the trash. They're going to eat it. They're going to sell it for parts. And listen, there's a place on the dark web where you can go buy like a baby arm or a baby leg. I'm not making this up, and this is not far-fetched. I'm telling you what the hell it is. If y'all hear that, it's raining outside. Listen, in America and in the world, they literally they sell baby parts on the dark web. And you have to know that, okay? And this is why the left, along with Meg Thee Stallion, kept telling Black American women that getting an abortion is women's rights. It had nothing to do with women's rights. It had everything to do with making sure that these beasts keep a remaining supply. Does that make sense? So I told y'all about that. We spoke about it. We even spoke about how celebrities eat babies to do rituals, right? Now, this white boy was talking about how he exposed how they were trafficking aborted babies to sell for parts. Let's get into it.
This guy is brave for going undercover and getting these ladies to actually say this.
We're looking for livers and cardiac.
I can get you without difficult get off.
So this footage is being filmed by an undercover journalist. He goes to the National Abortion Federation's commercial trade show. This is being hosted at one of the biggest Planned Parenthoods in Texas. And this journalist is here to talk business.
Every time I do a meeting, I'm like, oh, there's some love.
Yeah, you already know.
And this lady is Dr. Ann. She's the chief medical officer of this Planned Parenthood. And Dr. Ann is in the...
Did y'all catch that that's a Black woman? You know, most Black Americans would see her coming into their office and be like, oh, she's one of us. It's a Black woman. You saw that, right? Keep this in mind, because all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Business of selling baby parts.
You have to come and play with our tissue. See if it's cool enough for you. I like tissue. We have a lot of it.
And they're all like, yeah, that's pretty profitable too. We get 5 to 6 samples a week.
Most weeks, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's 5 and 10 samples a week. So I have 2 providers who go up to 24 weeks, and Ann is one of the providers.
This This lady is named Tram, and she's the vice president of abortion access at Planned Parenthood. And Tram's about to tell us how she loves freezing conjoined twin babies as prized specimens to look at.
We had 17-week twins in the freezer because we're waiting for funeral home to pick them up. They were like the most intact. And I was like, it's really cool though. There's like 3 legs and like 2 spinal cords.
Yes, she knows what she's doing is psycho.
I'm like, yeah, I can put a leg for you. I'm like, oh shit. If other people were to hear me, they'd be like, you're fucking evil.
Now, you might think that this is illegal and the stuff varies in all states. Well, it is, but they have their ways of getting around that.
If I'm doing the procedure and I'm in fear that it's about to come to the umbilicus, I might ask for a second set of forceps. Hold the body at the cervix and pull off the leg.
Oh, so yeah, okay.
So it's not.
Right.
What she's talking about is a partial birth abortion, where the baby is being birthed, legs out, and as the head and neck are still in the womb, they snip the back of the neck and suck the brains out.
Remember, they were talking about this when they were pushing abortions on us. Trump spoke about this too. But because the enemy got y'all believing everything he says is just racist, nobody wanted to listen. But remember when we were going back and forth, or at least the government was going back and forth about abortions rights, and they were saying that they had people doing abortions in late term. Remember, all of America was saying that that's not true. That's not true. As a matter of fact, I even called an abortion clinic in Georgia on screen, online. And they definitely took late term abortions. I told y'all, they told y'all then that they were selling baby body parts. Nobody wanted to believe it. Why? Because it came from Trump and his administration. This is the witchcraft that they put you under. If you automatically shut off, this is why I tell y'all, first of all, regardless of who you like or who you don't like, don't you ever shut off your ears to anybody, because you never know what you could learn. Okay, so because they got people emotional, they're like, anything Trump says is wrong. When he bought it out and said that they were doing late-term abortions, breaking up human baby bodies, nobody wanted to believe it. Most of y'all didn't believe it. Let's be real. Most of y'all didn't believe it. Most of the people, especially Black America, because remember, they were selling the abortion to us. They weren't selling it to the Mexicans. They weren't selling it to the Africans. They were selling the abortions to us. Remember, our babies come with a better quality. So when they came out and was saying that they were doing this, a lot of people in the government pushed back. And because people are blindly stupid, I'm going to have to say that part. They just started going with what the government said. And they're literally telling you, showing you what this lady is literally talking about, how she be pulling out a baby leg before she pull out the whole body. They sell them. I keep telling y'all, you hear the lady talking about, oh, I had a leg, or oh, I just want to grab this. They had 2 spinal cords. All of that shit is money. Let's get back to it.
Some of it just like, and there's good dilation, it's just like one pass, and
you get the whole thing.
is that
After this convention, the undercover journalist writes a contract offer to Tram. We'll give you $750 for the baby's liver and $1,600 for the liver and thymus paired. Tram's all on board, and she forwards it to her higher-ups. Now, this was led by an organization called the Center for Medical Progress, which was founded by a journalist named David Delighted. After these videos were released, David's house was raided by the state, and they took the video footage of the crime that Planned Parenthood has been involved in. Planned Parenthood is still funded hundreds of millions of dollars by
And who's their number one person? Meg Thee Stallion. Remember, Meg Thee Stallion is the face of Planned Parenthood. Remember who created Planned Parenthood? Margaret Sanger. She was a eugenics. She believed that we should all die. Okay? So remember, Planned Parenthood is not our friend either. Okay? And they are behind the selling of the babies.
your taxes every year. Planned Parenthood needs to be defunded. This guy is brave for going undercover and getting these ladies.
Listen, y'all got to understand that this is by design, okay? While we thinking that we're doing something for our better good, there are other people on the other side who are literally waiting, seething at the mouths to eat our babies. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to say this to tell nobody not to get an abortion. I'm just giving you the information. And this is true. This ain't no conspiracy theory. I know the internet and the enemy would like you to believe that it is, but it ain't. It's real. They got real people out there looking to buy real aborted fetuses and real baby parts from aborted fetuses. It's real. Wake your duck ass up. Y'all around here thinking that everything is a conspiracy theory and this shit is real. Okay, so now Megan Thee Stallion, I told y'all the reason why they made Megan Thee Stallion the face of Planned Parenthood is because a lot of young black girls like her. She's an influencer. So if she's an influencer, she can influence all of her people to go get abortions. And she did. Not just her, Glorilla, Sexy Red, all of these girls who was rapping these lyrics, Cardi B, all of these girls who were rapping these lyrics, remind you, they done already sold their souls. So now all of these girls who was rapping these lyrics are now bringing back to your unsuspecting children or your unsuspecting ass and telling you, oh no, abortions is women's rights. Remember? Body yada 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 yada. Remember? And then she played the music to get you hypnotized. By the time you finish hollering body yada yada, you'll be like, you know what? You're right. Abortions is women's rights, and it is not. It's a way for them to eat your babies. Let's move on. They're eating your babies. Let's get into predators in power while we're here. They're eating your babies. You got to know it. Y'all can sit up here and call it a conspiracy theory if you want. Keep running your ass around there. I tell you that. Keep feeding the beast, because that's all you're doing is feeding the beast. And speaking of the beast, predators in power. I got a whole segment on this. Let's get into this. Look at this little boy claiming he's a little girl, not because he believes so, but because his mama said he is. Look.
You're a boy, right?
No, I'm a girl.
Who told you you were a girl?
Mommy.
When did she tell you you were a girl?
Because I love girls.
Oh, I see. So mommy told you you were a girl?
Uh-huh.
The state of California says that I have to pay for the chemical and physical castration of my son as child support. I'm not going to pay that child support. I'm not going to pay anything to hurt my son.
And that means you'll be going to prison?
California is going to send me to prison for that.
So, Jeff, you are going through something. You've been going through something that is probably a father's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Tell me when this started.
Started when my son was about 2 years old. My ex-wife, who's a pediatrician in Capel, Texas, started thinking that he might be a girl and started trying to transition him to a girl. And when I tried to put a stop to that, she filed for divorce and used her relationships with care providers to force me out of my house. And so I moved about a mile up the road from my son's.
Don't let this go over your head. The mama is supposed to be a smart woman. She's the pediatrician. She's the doctor. And she's the one telling her son he's a little girl.
She filed for divorce formally. And I had 50-50 custody of him. And just after his third birthday, I took the first iPhone video I'd ever taken. And it was him telling me that he thought he was a girl because his mommy tells him a girl. You can go on YouTube and just search for "mommy says I'm a girl." You'll find that video. She was telling him things like, she would put him into timeout and say, "Don't be a boy. The monsters only eat boys," and weird things like this. And she began to then socially transition him, and that led to
But you got stupid ass bitches like Funky Dineva, stupid ass hoes, nigga bitches like T.S. Madison telling y'all that these children are coming out swearing to God they got body dysmorphia, born in the wrong body. No, it's white people making they churn the opposite. And I'm pretty sure she's getting a good money, a little setback for making sure her child identifies as a girl so she can put him under them drugs and the meds. I keep telling y'all, a lot of people don't like their children, okay?
titanic battle in the state of Texas that culminated in me getting the procedures outlawed in Texas. And the political establishment in Texas allowing her to come to California so she could still castrate him even though I got it outlawed.
You're a boy, right?
No, I'm a girl.
Who told you you were?
I got another one. Y'all get the likes up. I'm going to show y'all how the predators look in power. This man right here bought a doggone predator to the doggone police station. Watch what the police do.
You're Jenny, aren't you? Yes, sir. You're the one who just called in, aren't you?
Yeah, so he came to turn himself in.
It's you. Didn't I just talk to you the other day?
Can you tell him what happened? I was talking to a minor, yes. I was wicked with her. I said some horrible things.
Okay, all right. Get going. Get going.
Get going?
Get going.
Okay.
But he just admitted to you that he was talking to a mom.
Okay.
Get moving.
I will.
Officer, you
Appreciate it. Go.
I'm sorry, bro.
he admitted to you that he was talking. How old was she? Correct? And you sent her multiple pictures, correct?
You don't hear what I just said.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So
Officer,
here's how it works. You already know.
I just actually got done testifying over Lebanon, and I just testified the guy is getting 10 to 20 years. So I know that this can be prosecuted.
That's fine. Here in Mifflin County, the way our district.
Your county stuff, it doesn't matter how they handle it. They have to handle the law, and the law is attempt. You can
We're
arrest.
not gonna have an argument today.
I'm not
This
going to
has
have an
already been
argument.
explained
I'm
to
not going to
you.
have an argument with you. I just want to. We have you on camera just telling a predator to get it.
So you guys are not law enforcement. So we're
Did I not just tell
handling
you
this way.
that I just got an arrest in PA? Do I need to call the detective that I
don't
just
care.
tested?
I'm not too concerned about your arrest in Lebanon.
Why did you tell this predator to walk off when he just admitted to you that he was talking
Don't
to a
ask me
13-year-old girl?
Don't ask questions.
I can ask anything I want.
Well,
I can ask anything I want.
You got your
You're supposed to protect and serve the people of Lewistown. You got my answer?
You got your
Do you like letting predators go?
No, I don't like predators.
No, you like letting them go.
You got your
Do you like letting predators go? You must like. Oh, you just nodded your head, so you do like it.
You're just gonna post this on YouTube and have your fun day with it.
I'm gonna post you telling a predator to get it. He would have willingly gave you his phone if you asked
We
for it.
know who he is.
Do you want to see our evidence?
You keep it if our district attorney needs it. He's interested.
How is a district attorney gonna get it if you don't take any evidence?
You can give it to him. We have your phone number.
So you want me to skip over law enforcement and go straight to the district attorney? That's what you want me to do?
We have your phone number. If he's interested, he's gonna reach out.
The district attorney is going to reach out to me when law enforcement's job is to investigate crimes. So are you going to investigate this crime, officer?
This is not an emergency.
How is it not an emergency when a man was talking to a 13-year-old girl? Now, what happens when he talks
I just
to...
explained it's not an emergency.
What happens when he talks to...
You don't hear too good, do you?
Sir, this man just told a sexual predator trying to meet a 13-year-old girl to get out of here.
All right, we're done.
He would
have a good day.
Can I get a case number? No. No. He's going to arrest you.
Back your ass up.
Yeah. Get real snappy with him. Yeah. Get real snappy with him. What's up, bro?
Your whole crew.
What's up?
If any of you go out there causing issues,
What issue?
I'm just telling you.
You're just telling me?
You cause an issue up there, we're going to deal with you.
Yo, you're gonna deal with me accordingly. So you're gonna deal with me instead of a predator.
Yeah, we'll deal with you.
Hey, listen. I'm not gonna cause an issue. Give me your badge number. What's your badge number? What's your badge number? Yeah, thank you. And I can't wait till the people of freaking Lewistown see how you don't protect and serve. Great job, Kenneth. We want to report an incident.
You're jitting, aren't you?
Yes.
Now, the predator's there in front of the police. The police told him to get. He's madder at the man for bringing the predator there than the actual predator himself. I keep telling y'all the reason being is because they all doing it. All of the people that we going to tell on, they doing it too. Here's another one.
Have any predator meat?
Any what?
Any predator meat?
We have elk chop.
Actually, I was more interested in this on the menu. You had sent that to
What?
You had sent that to my friend's daughter.
What are you talking about?
Listen, they don't want to go to the police with it or anything. They just wanted me to have a conversation with you about it. Because, I mean, this is pretty bad to send to a 15-year-old. Can we just talk outside if that's cool with you?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that.
It won't happen again, okay?
It's not really the point about it won't happen again. It's the point that it happens. You know, because, I mean, this is a really nice restaurant, well-established, multimillionaires come here. This is a good paying. How long have you been the manager here for?
A few years.
A few years? Why would you risk that over a 15-year-old?
It was a mistake, okay?
I get that it was a mistake.
But I dropped it, okay?
You didn't drop it. You said your address to her last night.
Well, I know, but then I blocked her because I decided it was the wrong thing to do.
You said I can't date a 15-year-old. I could go to jail for that, baby. You were talking about coming over, kissing her all over her body. You were so sexy, baby. Girl, show me more. And then you asked her if she was working for the police.
I got to go to work.
My name is Jadon Adams. We have an organization called EDP Watch where we report individuals talking to minors. We have 6 convictions over in Tarrant County.
So here's the deal. Dallas County has very extremely specific regulations regarding how these contacts are being made and what photos are being used and sent. We'll take the information, but it's very likely not going to prosecution.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand that. That'll be a battle that we'll fight with the district attorney. Our job is to make sure we get this evidence to you guys, and we'll fight that battle when we fight that battle. You guys have any predator meat?
Any what?
Any predator meat?
We have elk shop.
Actually, I will.
Y'all notice every time he went to go tell someone in authority, that's what he got? Y'all ever notice that? Every single time he went to go to anybody in any authority, that's exactly what he got. Because the authority is in on it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why the people that do the pedophile stuff, they don't never really see no real charges for real. Because everybody doing that shit. Let me show you the map again. Hold on. Let me show you the map again. Look at this map. This is the map using IP addresses in the United States. And all of these little red dots are where they literally found child sexual abuse material. That's videos, pictures, text messages. Look at the map. Take a look. Take a look. You see what I'm saying? The predators are everywhere. The only person that can protect your child is you. You see what I'm saying? And this is why the government puts so much money and resources into making us make our children become adults super fast. I keep telling y'all, the whole idea is for them to come into your house and be able to take your children. They're going to do it. It's going to be a time where the enemy, the government, the police, whatever they call themselves, they're going to be able to walk into your house and just snatch your kid. And there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. But they want to make it to where they don't have to snatch your kid. They want to get people so messed up in the head that they offer their kids. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a volunteer abuse. If they want you to volunteer for your own abuse. That's what they want. Let me show you how they're going to do it. Let me show you how they're going to do it. You want to see how they're going to do it? Look.
And I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You got to be real quiet on the creek.
This how they're going to do it. Do you see why Saucy Santana exists? Remember, he's here feeding I'm going to let the sister talk. He's here feeding a much bigger monster. A monster that's way bigger than him. He signed his name to the dotted line. He sold his soul, and that entity needs souls as well. Okay? So because the entity needs souls as well, Saucy's job is to then go in and get said entities. Hold on, I'm gonna play the video while I'm saying it so I can really drive it home. So I can really drive it home because I'm a visual person, and sometimes I understand better. So I'm pretty sure y'all may can too if you see it together. Hold on, because I need y'all to understand what they about to do and what they doing. Y'all see this? So as long as Saucy is able, listen, they create the Saucy Santanas of the world. You back up. They create the Saucy Santanas of the world to make you comfortable with the idea that they are going to take your kids. This is why, even though Saucy has gone viral for saying kids want to fuck me, that's what he said. I didn't say it. He said it. He then came right back to slap us in our face again and showed us him with more kids. Look. Let me see if I can find. He came right. This a man. I don't give a damn what he act like. This a man. This a grown ass man with little girls. This is a grown ass man with little girls. Let that sink in. This a grown ass man with little girls. And we think it's cute because he has a hit song on the charts. This is why they create the Saucy Santanas. This is why the Saucy Santanas exist. Because you see, if Saucy Santana can get a hold of your kids and get in and allow you to volunteer your kids, easy peasy. So now do you know why Saucy Santana exists? Now do you know why he get away with saying niggas want to fuck me, kids want to? Because nobody cares. All of the people that you would go tell, they mess with kids too. That's what this whole thing is about. And I don't know when we're going to catch on to it. They use the entertainment to screw us. That's the witchcraft. Remember, I keep telling you, music is witchcraft. It literally is spell work. Do I need to go grab? Let me go grab it. I literally keep telling y'all what this shit is. And people think I just be talking out the side of my neck. Let me go pull up the picture. Because remember, I like to be visual. Oh no, let me see. I know I saved it. I keep telling y'all that these people, no, that ain't it. I keep telling y'all, I have this picture somewhere, but either way, the music itself is the witchcraft. That's what this is. This is what I gotta go pull it up because I feel like I ain't gonna be able to drive the point home until I do it. Hold on. I ain't gonna be able to drive the point home until I'm able to do it. Here you go. Do y'all see this? You see that music note? Them demons got? Y'all see, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat when you can see it. Yeah, y'all can see it. You see them music notes them demons got? Do you understand what you're looking at? This is demons behind the music. So the Saucy Santanas talking about Quiet on the Creek. When I told y'all, keep singing that shit, and your husband's gonna be on the creek, your son's gonna be on the creek, your boyfriend's gonna be on the creek, and your father's gonna be on the creek. The reason I said that because I understand the spell work behind the music. You see what I'm saying? So the powers that be literally put spell work behind music. Music itself is a spell, okay? It could be a good spell or it could be a bad spell. Either way, it's a spell. So now you got the white folks want all access to your babies. And they can't just come to you, Black America, and say, hey, give me your babies. Because you'll be like, hell no, and you want to kill them. So what do? What do? Because they can't do it themselves. They go grab Saucy. And they let Saucy come. You see what I'm saying? And let Saucy play on the parents. Let Saucy play on the kids. And so much so to where you thinking it's cute, it's trendy, it's fun. And before you know it, they done took your child. Before you know it, they done snatched up your child. Before you know it, your child is a victim from a predator. And you won't even see it coming. By the time you caught it, it'll already be too late. Because you're just being trendy. Oh, it's cute. Oh, it's fun. It's not a big deal. That's why you can never connect what they're doing here. Well, I can't. Most people never connect what the music is doing at our level to what they want at theirs. I'm connecting them for you. They want all access to our babies, and they're going to use the entertainers to get it. So Saucy Santana, Young Miami, all of it. Do you see how the internet and the world is literally shaping toward Young Miami and Saucy Santana? I literally showed y'all a video yesterday of the lady bought all 5 of her kids Go-Yard bags. So now they're shaping the minds of the people to make it acceptable to grab your children. Let me let this lady do her video and her response to it. This is sick. This is sick. This is sick. And y'all, by the time you catch on, it's going to be way too late. Watch.
Where their daddies at? I know their mamas did this. Where are their fathers? Why would you have your black child dancing with a man dressed up as a woman talking about some Quiet on the Creek? Explain this to me. Now, mind you, Santana just did an interview a couple days ago talking about how kids want to F it. F him. F whatever he calls himself. You know what? Y'all are so embarrassing as parents. Men, I'm going to need y'all to, please, for the sake of humanity, stop impregnating these women. But send me videos. Please don't send me Santana. Please don't send me this thing anymore.
And as long as there are young girls, or I'm sorry, so-called women who want to be down, he will always have access to children. Regardless of what anybody says, this is a man. That's a whole nigga. with a beard, with a wig on. Y'all ain't even checked to see what it does to the psyche of a child to even see that shit, to even be around that type of shit. Because we've normalized it so much. Either way, guard your children, protect your children, please. Predators are in power. They are everywhere. And the whole objective and idea is to grab our babies. Please protect your babies. Okay? Now let's move on. Y'all get the likes up. Oh, I got to get on this. Hold on. Lisa Raye and Funky Dineva. I'm about to drag that bitch. Hold on. Lisa Raye, but you know what? Let me listen to it first. Okay, Lisa Raye and Funky Dineva. What's going on with that? So y'all remember what Funky Dineva said, right? Y'all remember the remark that went viral that Funky Dineva said that basically, hold on, let me back up because I want to go pull it so we can see it. Funky Dineva came to the internet and told us that he sympathizes with a person who wakes up one day and finds that they have a natural attraction to children. Remember, I keep telling y'all they go and grab people like us to be the gatekeepers and to be the go-betweens between us and that enemy and that horrible person. So Funky Dineva is one of those people that they went and grabbed. And he took to his platform that's filled with Black women. I need y'all to understand the strategy behind this shit. Funky Dineva took to his platform that is mostly comprised of Black American women, just like Tasha K, just like Lovely T. The mass majority of the people on their platform are Black American women, not melanated women, Black American women. Okay, so these are perfect content creators to use to push agendas. Does that make sense? So Funky Dineva, being one of those content creators, he took to his platform to say that he sympathizes with people who have a natural attraction to children. And why this is important, or why this is fucked up, is because someone being attracted to children is not natural. But if you frame it like that amongst people who have no idea what's happening, they will internalize it and start to believe that an adult can have a natural attraction to children. So what do I mean in layman terms? Prior to this video, the Funky Bunch probably thought an adult being with a child was the most disgusting thing. But if they love Funky enough and they want to support him enough, after he says this, they're going to start rethinking it. They're going to start saying to themselves, well, you know what? I think I do kind of understand what Funky is saying. And it's a slow, gradual roll to you offering up your children to the pedophiles. Let's get into what Funky had to say, because he's one of the main ones that they use to push this rhetoric. They're attacking your children.
I feel bad for anyone who wakes up one day and discovers that they have a sexual attraction to children.
If you wake up and find yourself being...
Pause. Now, we saw that part. Let's get into Lisa Raye. This old bitter bitch. So Lisa Raye took to the king, Carlos that is. She took to his platform and says that she kind of understands what Funky Dineva had to say. Let's get into it. And look at Funky Dineva in the comments. Thank you, Lisa, for not being so easily triggered. Once you hear the word PDF or children and being comprehensive enough in your thinking to pause and explore the possibility of what if. You nailed it. Exactly what I was saying. I want to know what she got to say because I didn't hear. We're going to listen together.
Him saying, I'm thinking, he's saying, what if it was the possibility of you just be having an attraction to, just like you just heard me say, I'm attracted to beauty any way it comes. What if you just attracted to people or a body or whatever? And
see how they're trying to normalize it? So she wants to say it's the same as if she's attracted to beauty. Do you see how they fucking normalizing this shit? Do you see it? Do you see it? Put a 3 in the chat if you see it. So here she comes to double back off of what Funky said and was like, it's just like me being attracted to beauty. It's like, no, it's not. No, that's not the same. But it's a mind. This is witchcraft. This is textbook witchcraft. They want you to start thinking that this is normal so that they can come and take your babies. This your bitch, Lisa Raye? Stupid ass bad neck hoe? This your bitch? Oh, I can't wait to get her. Hold on.
And that's all you know. You don't know it to be good, bad, ugly, indifferent, embarrassing, or whatever. It's like, I do feel a way. Then we can say, why do you feel a way? Because the way that we look at it now is it's our children. We got to protect them. And that's not supposed to be happening with the children. I can understand him putting that out, but I will agree with him too that it may not be for his crowd, because his crowd is like, I don't know, because it's so sensitive to talk. I can hear.
What crowd is it for? The pedophiles? What crowd is that rhetoric for? Oh, this is good.
Right here. I don't know what it could be, but I do understand him throwing it out there saying, hey, maybe if we do a little bit more research, maybe we may find that the mind is what has been twisted and has made us act the way that we've acted. People to shut down people that is real. And
now they want to turn it into a mental disability so that you can understand it and accept it. Y'all see why I hate celebrities? Do you see why I hate these bitches? Do you see? I hate these bitches. I swear to God. I do not like celebrities. I don't like nothing about these bitches because I see the play. 99.9% of America can't see it. I see it. I see the play as clear as day. I can see everything that they're doing. And it bothers me so much because there's only so much I can get on this computer and say so that you can see it too. Lisa Raye has literally made what he said worse. She's made it worse. So Lisa Raye wants us to believe that this is a natural thing. That somebody could wake up one day and don't understand how the mind works and be attracted to children. They coming for your babies. They coming for your babies. They coming for your babies. And I guess we like this bitch because she played in the movie, right? Set It Off, not Set It Off. What's the other movie? Where she played Diamond. I guess because she was a good ass stripper, we gonna listen to her. They're all in on it. They're all in on it. Funky looked like he messed with babies. He looked like he messed with children. Look at him. No adult wants him. He looked like it. I don't know if he do, but he looked like it. It wouldn't surprise me if we find out he had a little boy. It wouldn't surprise me. And that old ass bitch too. She looked like she probably been touched as a child. And she think that this shit is cute. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I know we canceling Tasha K. Why the fuck we ain't canceling Funky Dineva? I forgot because we don't care about our children. We canceling Tasha K, but we ain't canceling Funky Dineva, and he literally on here trying to get our babies. Lisa Raye should be canceled too. There's nothing to understand when it comes to my child being a victim. There's no conversation to have. There's no way that you can pose this shit to me. You're talking about an adult with a child. There's no easy way to break what? Oh, I was about to say something in the back. I ain't gonna say it though. I'm gonna keep it in my head. And you know, I hope God forgive me for the thoughts that I be having. But I be having some real dark thoughts about some of these people on my soul. Not her, Funky. I ain't even gonna lie. But her too. I ain't gonna lie. Throw that bitch in the mud with him. I ain't even gonna hold you. I swear to, if I was in charge of a town, let me move on because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Let me just say this: if this was my town, if this was my town. You wouldn't have a choice. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Like I said, we over here canceling Tasha K and Funky over there trying to get our kids. Let's move on. I don't give a damn how good of a content creator that weird ass nigga look or what that weird ass nigga is. That is unacceptable. All right, before we get into the USS Lincoln, I do want to point out this last video before we get into that, because we got a couple of things to get into on that. So the 154 podcast is at it again. The delineation is working. Shout out to Foundational Black Americans. Shout out to the Black Americans, period. Delineation is working. Please don't stop. Delineation is working. Please do not stop. It is working flawlessly, and the enemy is scrambling, okay? So why is this important? The 154 podcast is supposed to be about 54 countries in Africa, but somehow they always talking about Black America. The reason for that is because the 154 podcast is a psyop sent to America by these so-called Africans to basically screw us over. It's kind of like it's a war machine that we don't even know. We think it's just a podcast, but it really is a war machine, okay? So again, the 154 podcast is not discussing all of the bad shit going on in Africa. They over here talking about Americans. So Black Americans in particular. Remember, they only do this because they need you to buy into being African so that they can benefit off of you. The only reason Africans call you African and want you to buy into the Pan-African idea is because that's the only way that they get to survive. If you believe that you're African, they make money. If you believe that you're African, they can feed their families. If you believe that you're African, they can come to America and buy up your land. If you believe that you're African, they can become rich and you remain poor. So there's a conscious effort on the Africans and some Black Americans to make Black America believe that you are African. You didn't have no ethnogenesis because you never came from Africa. Not 400 years ago, not 500 years ago, not 1,000 years ago. You were already here. So there's a conscious effort to get you to keep buying into Africa, because if you buy into Africa, they continue to live. But the moment you delineate and you say, I don't have no ties to Africa, they die off. So that's why every time you turn around, you will forever see this dialogue back and forth about if we're African or not. And you're going to see some of the newest Africans, the Nigerians, and I say newest because they weren't created until the 1960s. Nigeria was not created until the 1960s. So some of the newest Africans on the continent are sitting in America telling us that we are African. And we supposed to listen to these niggas? My grandmother older than them. We supposed to listen to them outside, not our grandmother. So why is this important again? Look, a lot of us are doing genealogy, finding our indigenous history, because Black Americans are really Indians. They are really the indigenous copper-colored people who were already here before the white boy got off the boat. So a lot of us are doing genealogy and finding our Cherokee history, our Creek history, our Seminole history. We're finding all of our indigenous history, and the Africans are panicking because God forbid you find your indigenous history, then you'll know for sure that you're not African. So what do? They put the Africans on their podcast to come to you with the bullshit. Let's get into Godfrey and his fellow tether cosplay. Let's just get into it.
My dad said, you guys are all African. No, I'm not. I got Indian in my blood. I'm Cree. I like anything to be anything but African. And I didn't know it then, but as I, think about that, I'm going, oh wow, it's just anything to disconnect. Fast forward to now, you're seeing the FBA conversation and the ADOS conversation. It's like, man, it just takes me back to the idea that at the root of it is something wrong with being African, right? Like
but that's propaganda too. Now that's because that made us feel weird.
Reverse psychology. Remember, I told you they want to shame you. This is witchcraft. They're playing on y'all minds. They've been doing this for 400 years. That's the only reason we're here, because they keep playing on our minds. Listen, this is witchcraft. So they're going to make you believe that if you say you're not African, that it's a dig on Africa. You see what I'm saying? This is what they're doing. Reverse psychology, witchcraft, spell work. Look.
Yeah. Because I remember, you'd be like, I'm African, but I'm Black American, because you were embarrassed.
Right.
It was embarrassing. And I'm like, why am I kind of embarrassed by this? Because of the images they show purposely. They show the Black American in Nigeria as the thug, and that's not the truth.
Right.
When you really look at it, most Black
We ain't never seen no Nigerian thug in our life. We don't even look at y'all niggas as thugs. Y'all niggas is lame, and them white boys over there whooping y'all ass. We ain't never seen a Nigerian thug in our life. We seen some Nigerians cosplay Black Americans, but we ain't never seen no Nigerian thug in our life. And not only that, we always look at Africa as a beautiful place. We the ones who created the image that you have. Stop the cap. Reverse psychology.
people are educated as hell. Just studying a lot of Black history in college, I was super militant.
Right.
I brought Stokely Carmichael to my college. Frances Cress Welsing I hung out with, Eleanor Holmes Norton, who's still in the Senate. We brought these people to our school, Sister Soul.
How you know them, Godfrey? How you know Frances Cress Welsing, Stokely Carmichael? Cause you a Boule baby? Cause you a Freemasonic baby? And all of y'all already connected? That's what it sounds like. How he get that access to them people? Cause y'all already connected through the Freemasons? Is that what you saying? I'm asking.
All of them. And I was educated by some of the coldest. I studied Dr. Henry Clark, what's his name? Ben Yohanan. And I would go to Savior's Day. I'm in Chicago, so I'd go to Southside to go see the minister. You know what I'm saying? So I was really James Baldwin, I read everything. Yeah. And then yet you got people saying you're a terrorist. Right. I go, I was Chicago police. I get harassed by cops, called the N-word in school.
It goes back to the book Carter Woodson, like
Carter G.
miseducation.
Woodson, yeah.
Carter G. Woodson, miseducation of the Negro. And I think miseducating us on one end.
Carter G. Woodson was a paid operative, and this is why they're able to quote him. Carter G. Woodson, all of these so-called ancestors that they got us worshiping worked for the government. So this is why Tethers always quote them, because these people, even though they played like they work for us, they really work for the opposite, okay?
Say here here in the States, and then even in Africa, because they're not teaching about, Harriet Tubman. I see you got the piece, and that's not a core focal point, right? And so there's two different worlds we're living in, and then when we do call crossover and then we translate, there's a lack of grace that I see on both sides, and we'll get into some of these other topics as well. That but what are your thoughts on that? And how do we bring and bridge and unify the diaspora?
Big questions, but legitimately to me, some of the central questions we should be asking ourselves right now. I'll say a couple of things. Number one is I think that
I absolutely hate when they get one Negro up here who's already a Boule Freemasonic person who's gonna really be on their side. Now he can't talk for us. Who is this punk? He can't talk for us. I already saw some other clips. He was already on their side. Let's see what he about to say.
I think there's a reason why you're seeing that happen more now than ever before. First of all, anti-Blackness has become a worldwide tradition.
Yes.
It's not even, it's no longer structural. There's a cultural tradition of anti-Blackness. Most cultures, even like cultures that have themselves been persecuted, have a word.
No doubt.
They have a word to say in their culture.
That's right.
They have a word to say. Now, particularly, it's been my understanding that when they use that word, a lot of times that word is focused at the Black American.
No, yep.
A lot of times, not all the time, right? But a lot of times there's a specific burden sometimes, at least that I feel as a Black American. And that's because my culture is to be harvested and not to be invested into. So my culture can be harvested by anyone. It can be harvested as a Black American by other Black people from around the world. But there's not an investment that has to be made into it. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like you can harvest my culture. You can dress or act or behave as I behave, and then go and do something completely else that I can't access. You see what I'm saying? Like I can't do the things that you would do as a Nigerian or as a Jamaican or anything like that. Those are you guys' culture. And in order for,
but why wouldn't you? But I push back on that. Absolutely, you could.
Well, I'm not saying that I couldn't.
Yeah.
You couldn't, because they have certain stipulations and things set in place for them that we don't have. Why do you think in New York they moved out all them Black Americans and poured in all them goddamn Caribbeans? This is what they do. They use the foreigners. They give the foreigners a leg up over us, thus causing the divide. So these foreigners, they come in. You notice the Africans don't leave with student loans when they leave out of college. They don't have no student loans. They don't have to get student loans. They get grants. We don't get grants. We may get one or two, but for the most part, we got to go in debt to go to school. They get to go for free. There's systematic things put in place for the foreign Black person that are not in place for us. This is why they can come cosplay us and then go do something else, and we can't. Because systematically, there's things put in place. I don't even know why I'm listening to these niggas.
I'm saying that
I get where you're coming from. No,
I'm not saying that I'm couldn't. I'm saying that
it's like
oh, that
free,
is foreign.
it's like,
You're saying that it's foreign.
Black American culture is like free domain.
It's free.
Like free domain. There's no protection over it.
Because and so what you see a lot of times is people, in my opinion, in a way that's not always the most nutritious way, try to establish some cultural protection on what it means to be Black American. Saying that we have our own culture, that we've established, our own thing that we've established, and that is also sacred to us. Now, what I don't think is that there should be anything that happens to where we get out of cultural sharing as Black people. Black was co-opted by Black people. It was invented by somebody else, but co-opted by Black people so that we could be strong. So that Black power, solidarity, Pan-Africanism, all of that stuff. So
that's not true. They call that shit Black power so that everybody could steal from us. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. They put us all in one big Black power button, or all one in one big Black power bowl, so that all these foreigners who don't have the power can come out with the power. It's kind of like, I'm not rich, but if I stand next to somebody with money, they'll more than likely think I got money like them. It's the same situation with these foreigners. If they get to come to America, look like us, talk like us, act like us, by proxy of being with us, they gain the benefits. We don't get these benefits. Does that make sense? So it's the same type of situation. If I stand next to Young Miami with the same outfit on she had, but mine came from Marshall's, y'all are more likely to believe that we both are wearing Chanel. But the fact of the matter is, Young Miami is the only girl dressed in Chanel from head to toe. But it don't matter. If me and her are walking up the street together, you're more inclined to believe that we both got it, and we don't. That's the same thing these foreigners do. What they do is they come into America, try to blend in, because if they can blend in, they reap the benefits. That's the whole point. This whole Black power unity thing was never about unity. Because think about it. We the only ones get the short end of the stick. It's never been about unity. It has always been about them being able to benefit off of our backs, our labor, and our culture. That's what this is about. Nothing about no unity, nothing about no Black power. I tell you, we are one group of people, but they make us into many things so that everybody can get access to us. Not just us, the things that we provide, because we are the jewels of the world. We are the Most High's precious jewels. Everybody know that except us.
We could be stronger, and so that we could establish a set of ethics and values that allow us to care about one another. But I think it's also important for us to remember, and I can't get into specifically the feelings and experiences of you guys and some of the things you might have experienced from Black Americans, some of the differences that might go on even on the continent or in the diaspora, right? And I also shouldn't try. What I should try to do is understand that we are facing things in this world that don't know that you're different than me, that don't understand that there's anything different. And those things and the tradition that we establish trying to fight them have to be together. But that doesn't mean, this is the way I look at the diaspora. I think the best way to do it is like the best way to go about this is how do we talk about each other when the other person is not in the room? Like, how do I talk about my Nigerian brothers, my Jamaican brothers, my brothers from the islands, my brothers from South America when they're not around? Do I talk about
don't give a fuck what you say about me when I'm not in the room. What I'm saying is y'all not about to keep capitalizing off of us. No, I don't give a fuck what the Nigerian think about us. I don't give a fuck what the doggone Jamaican feel about us. I don't care what no other group of people feel about Black America. That's between that group and their own selves. We could care less. We could care less. Remember, we don't care about how they feel. They care about how we feel. We're not about to flip this shit around. This is why I don't like celebrities speaking for us down at the grassroots, because they always get it wrong. Plus, they are all in the same game, okay? I'm not about to keep listening to this shit because it's making my head hurt. Listen, the point is this. The whole reason for Pan-Africanism is so that all these other melanated groups can eat off of you, Black America. If you continue to believe that you come from Africa, they eat high off the hog. You get nothing, but they get everything. This is why they come to America and they get their houses and their cars and they start calling you Jareers and Akadas because they've already got the money. They've already got the blessings. So as long as you stay asleep, believing that you come from Africa, they will continue to eat off of your backs, okay? Let's move on. Again, the 154 podcast speaks about everything except Africa. And mind you, Nigeria is full of shit. Let me show you. Hold on. I found this video I want to show y'all. Let me bust y'all head open right quick. Let me show y'all, because there's so much that the 154 podcast could be talking about. Oh, it's so much that they could be talking about. But for some odd reason, they only want to speak about Black America. And that's done by design. Let me see if I can find this video. I showed y'all the video other day, but there was another video that I wanted to show y'all. Oh, here you go. All the shit they could be talking about over there. Look at what's his name? The Lotus Flower Bomb dude. Wale. Look, all the shit that they could be worried about over there. Watch this. Look.
I'm asking you a question. Is you African American or are you African?
I'm African.
This is the current situation of Lagos, Nigeria. As I'm talking to you now, the rich is passing by. The poor is passing by. So you mean to tell me that not even one individual can hire street boys to clear this mess from the street?
Lagos is smell. See, now they see with this. No, dirty section.
This canal is one of the biggest canals in Lagos, and look at the easy flow of water that is supposed to take all of the flooded waters from your areas, from your streets, right, to the canal. But look at this. Look at how clogged this place is with dirt, different kinds of dirt. And just look at how over 20 men,
Chameleonaire is an African? Go back. I thought I saw Chameleonaire on that list. Yay! Chameleonaire, Hakeem Sirki, Houston rapper legend behind the smash hit Riding, who transitioned into a highly successful Silicon Valley tech investor. I didn't know Chameleonaire was a doggone African, and they say not. His father jazz musician Olu Dora, born Charles John III, adopted his name to honor his Yoruba lineage. Oh, it's a lot of these niggas on here.
And just look at how over 20 men,
The most important thing for me is for my country to be developed enough for its citizens to want to be home.
So you would think that the 154 podcast would be talking about that. Nope. You know why they're not talking about that, Black America? Because that's not why they're here. I know it's called the 154 podcast, and I know they have a picture of Africa up there, but that's a psyop. That's a play. This ain't got nothing to do with Africa. The 154 podcast is a target on Black America. I know what I'm talking about. Let's move on. The 154 podcast is definitely a target on Black America. Now, let me read a couple of super chats before I get into this USS Lincoln, because this story is insane. Y'all get the likes up, man. So, hold on. Let me read these super chats before I get into it. Let me pull them up. Lord, y'all be rolling me out, huh? Thank you. Shout out to everybody in the building, and shout out to all of y'all for the jewels. Shout out to everybody sending the jewels. I definitely appreciate you. What you cooking? Thank you for the super chat. Says Kev ex-wife also wrote for him as well, Vu. She did. Because I remember when he first got on, she was saying how she helped him write most of his jokes. She's a comedian too. I remember that. Kevin is dirty. He never planned on putting none of his people on, and that's good for Naeem. He wanted to be up. He wanted to be down so bad. Or maybe he just trusted his friend. I know he learned his lesson. Don't do it. Let's move on. Jupiter Sun, thank you for the super chat, says they're concerned with the birth rate plummeting because they need new victims. They don't give a F about the kids. Absolutely not. They definitely need new victims, and they also need new babies to eat. Okay? What you cooking? Thank you for the super chat, says, did you see how happy Charlamagne was to do the dance? Quiet on the Creek. No, send it to me. I didn't see that. But you know he a punk. So that sounds about right. I've been told y'all Charlotte McGee was a punk. Deal Nicole, thank you for the super chat, says, I used to stop myself from thinking / saying the things out loud, but I'm done with that. You better be. I am not wrong in my thinking. They are. But I know we are here, so I get you. Love you real bad. Thank you, dear Nicole. And you're right. Say what you got to say. Everybody else doing it. Say what you got to say. I mean, be mindful, but say what you got to say, girl. Yeah, you ain't wrong in what you thinking. What you thinking in your head is the right thing. What everybody else outside of you is saying is the wrong thing. Does that make sense? Thank you, dear Nicole. And T-Day, thank you so much for making it rain. Oh my God, $200. Thank you, T-Day, so much for making it rain.
I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes.
Thank you, T-Day. She says, keep uncovering the evil and the lies, Vu. No matter who and where it comes from, you are greatly loved, supported, and appreciated. Thank you so much, beautiful Auntie. I sure appreciate you. You always pull up, and the $200 is more than blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They say Nas Daddy from Mississippi. I don't know. They say he was a blues singer. Maybe he just changed his name to some Yoruba stuff. I don't know. Thank you, TD, so much for the super chat. Did I see your email about the Masons in Jackson? I'm going to check it out. In Jacksonville, Lala Brown. I'm going to check it out when I get off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Y'all, we got to get into this next story. This is big. This is world news. Black America is at war. Okay? Now, what's going on? Where do I start? Let me go to Twitter. So we're at war, Black America, and most of America don't know it. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know it. I didn't know we was at no damn war, but we are. So apparently, the United States is at war in Iran because apparently Iran allegedly bombed them. Now I'm gonna tell y'all what I heard on the streets. The word on the streets is that Iran did not bomb us. The word on the street is actually we bombed us, and now they're sending us out there to Iran to basically go on a dummy mission. Kind of like if y'all are familiar with, if you guys are familiar with the Vietnam War, put a 3 in the chat if y'all have heard much about the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War happened in the 70s. It's 15:15 on my clock too. Look at that. The Vietnam War started in the 70s, and very shortly or very early on into the war, America found out that basically the Vietnam War was a dummy mission. So for y'all who don't know, a lot of our parents or grandparents fought in the Vietnam War, and it was a fake war. It was actually a war where America basically screwed themselves and then made us think that we were fighting them, and at the end of the day, we weren't. It was just basically a way to send a whole bunch of Americans off to die. That's what the Vietnam War was about. So if y'all go look at some type of research in the 70s, you'll see a lot of Americans protesting the war. You'll see a lot of the hippies protesting the war and all of that. It ain't because they just didn't like war. It was literally because we were set up. It was a dummy mission. I've seen and heard stories about units that went up into mountains and was killed and found out right before they were killed that they were literally sent there to get killed. You see what I'm saying? So America plays some dirty ass games. They play some real dirty ass games, and you got to know it, okay? Now, fast forward, here we are into war again. We're back at war, and they're saying, I thought I reposted all of them things. Yeah, here you go. I got them all. So basically, we're back at war, and this is a nice little video. I'm going to play this one. We're back at war, and the United States has sent some troops to Iran. But remember, they're sending the Navy and the Marines. Pretty sure it's the Marines and the Navies, right? Or maybe some Air Force. I don't know. And on this mission, they got them in the middle of the ocean, and they're on an aircraft carrier. For y'all who don't know what an aircraft carrier is, it's a large boat that aircraft land on and take off on, right? So for instance, say you want to go to war. Let's say you in charge of the war, and let's say these niggas over in Nigeria is tripping. Instead of you going to land in Nigeria, what you would do is you would get one of your aircraft carriers and you would park the aircraft carrier, which is the boat or the ship, right outside of Nigeria, because we don't need to be there to fight them. We want to sneak attack them, actually. So you park the aircraft carrier outside of Nigeria in the middle of the ocean, and this is where you'll do all of your missions. You'll take off from here, you'll land here. This is your base. So these people are literally living on an aircraft carrier. So y'all got, just so y'all can understand what this is. So now we at war. We heavy deep in the war. America decides we need to task an aircraft carrier to Iran so that we can do these missions. So boom, they do. November 2025, they task this aircraft carrier out to this area. Now, the mission is only supposed to last 6 months, okay? Now, the max of all wars in history for anybody being on the boat at long periods of time is 6 months. Why? Because psychologically, it will do something to you. You cannot live on the water for 6 months. Even an island is still, does that make sense? Remember, even though it's a large boat, the waves are still doing this, you're still doing that. And psychologically and even spiritually, I'm pretty sure mentally it does something to you. So every 4 to 6 weeks, each ship is required to dock. That means they're required to go to the shipping dock and they're supposed to park and they're supposed to let the people get off the boat. I'll give you an example. Y'all put a 3 in the chat if you ever seen that movie, Antoine Fisher. There you go. That's a good example. Put a 3 in the chat if you ever seen the movie Antoine Fisher. For y'all who don't know that movie is about a kid who was molested, obviously, by his foster care parents. But either way, he ends up joining the Navy. And when he got to the Navy, they had a lot of time on ship, but they also used to port. Whenever they would port is where they would jump off the boat and they would all go out to the town and have a good time. That's not just because they want to give them a weekend. It's mentally they need it because you can't be on a boat for long periods of time unless you're about to go crazy, okay? So, yeah, they get sea legs too. Yes, thank you. Somebody in the Navy might be in the chat. Y'all help me. They get sea legs too, okay? So anyways, so the ship is supposed to dock every 4 to 6 weeks, but this one at this war did not. They left in November. I want to say they said they docked maybe twice since they left. But these people have been stuck on sea or at sea since November of 2025. They were supposed to come back home in April. We in August. Not only are they stranded on this aircraft carrier, they can't get supplies. They don't have clean clothes, clean water. It's very, very limited clean water. They can't brush their teeth. They can't wash their ass. On top of that, the food rations are very, very scarce and very, very poor. So they got an aircraft carrier coming in every now and again that drop them off food, but it can't bring fresh food. So it can't bring vegetables, fruits, or none of that. It has to bring frozen meat, probably a bunch of MREs for the people to eat, and that's all they got. So now they don't have no data when they gonna come home. They stuck, they stranded. For all they know, every day they call home to their kids, their wives and their families have no clue when they coming home. They just stuck until the military say, all right, we gonna let y'all back. Now, why is this a problem? Because the families came to the internet and said, yo, we've been talking to these units. They don't want to get our troops home. We need help. So now the rest of us in the world are now getting onto this story. Now, they sent the representative from the Navy out to tell us that everything is fine. But we come to find out that the families came back with more proof that that was a lie. People are actually trying to jump off the ship in order to escape. Okay. Now, 2 reasons why people are jumping off the ship. Number 1, if you jump off the ship, it's counted as suicide and they have to bring you home. So I ain't gonna lie. I would have been one of the people jumping off the ship. Bitch, please. I would have said my prayers. Do you hear me? I would have said my prayers. I'd have looked up to the Most High, the ancestors and the angels, and I would have said, Lord, please guide me down. And I would have jumped off that bitch. I ain't even gonna lie. Especially if I know they have to send rescue and then they have to send me home. I'm out of there. I don't give a damn. I know how to swim. I just hope I don't run into a whale or a goddamn shark. You see what I'm saying? So that would have been me. But again, they said about 6 to 8 people jumped off so far. People are saying that it was for suicide. Some people are saying that it's not. It's people that wanted to go home. Either way, we got troops stranded. Black people too. We got troops stranded on this USS. And this is why we're here today. Let's get into the story. Get the likes up. And if you serve, thank you for your service.
Also breaking tonight, the alarming news involving American troops and the war in Iran. Tonight, disturbing reports of sailors on the USS Abraham Lincoln attempting to go overboard, what some military family members are now saying. Tonight, we've learned another carrier is now on the way to relieve the USS Lincoln. ABC's Martha Raddatz with late reporting tonight.
And that's another thing. That's a lie, too. They've been saying that another carrier has gone out to relieve them. They don't even have a date for a carrier to relieve them. That's the lie.
Tonight, growing concerns over conditions aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln after a staggering 250 days at sea, including more than 200 consecutive days without a single port call. The majority of those days, combat operations in the Middle East. Some sailors' families reportedly told the Military Times that at least 2 sailors tried to jump overboard. A U.S. official telling ABC News a sailor on the Lincoln did go overboard earlier this month and was quickly recovered.
And if somebody died, they're not going to tell y'all. Because remember, this is the military. The military don't follow the same rules as the rest of the world. FYI. Let me add that part too. I know we could kick and scream, and yeah, we can get some stuff done. But at the end of the day, the military is its own entity, and they don't answer to nobody. I know on paper they say they do, but they don't answer to nobody. So if people died, we'll never know. They'll just push them off to the side and say, shh. And then they'll tell their families, you can't say nothing. This top secret information. So we'll never know. Just FYI for y'all.
Incident is under investigation. Tonight, Democratic lawmakers.
The USS Washington is not on the way. It's not on the way. Because when I did the research last night, they spoke to somebody at the unit and they don't have a date to when the USSS is leaving. So even though they're saying that there's another boat coming to relieve them, there's no date and nobody has left yet. Witchcraft. Hold on. Oh, it's crazy. It get crazy. So I got some more tea on this. Hold on. I got a couple of more videos I want to show y'all. Let me pull up this man. Now, remember, the families are reaching out to people on the internet because at the end of the day, they can't do nothing. People don't realize when you raise that arm and you say, I do solemnly swear to defend the Constitution against enemies, all enemies, foreign and domestic, you do know once you drop that hand, you don't belong to you. When you drop that hand, now you are property of the United States government. No different from this bottle of water. If I want to toss this bitch down the tube, I can do that. If I want to drink it, I can do that. If I want to caress it and care for it, I can do that. If I want to burn this bitch, I can do it. Why? Because this is my bottle of water. So every time we go down there and say, I do solemnly swear to defend the Constitution against all enemies, both foreign and domestic, once we drop that hand, You are now property of the United States government. Does that make sense? You're no different from a desk, a car, a chair. Same shit, different toilet. Flush it, okay? Now, I want to go to this video because I'm saying all that to say we could wage war, we could cut up and act a fool all we want. At the end of the day, the military could come to us and tell us mind our fucking business, and there's nothing we could do. But my husband is out there. Nah, that ain't your husband. That's the military husband. My son is out there. That ain't your son. That's the military son. You see how that go? Let's get into it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Y'all, I get it. We joined the military, but we don't know what exactly we be doing.
208 days counting, straight days at sea, no port call. I believe that's the record for this modern Navy. Sailors, Marines, 5,500 of them out at sea. Why? Why haven't they port yet? The USS Abraham Lincoln right now is still at sea supporting this bogus war. They left San Diego November 21st last year. Roughly 5,000 sailors and Marines. They were redirected to the Middle East. The deployment was supposed to only last till May of this year. It is now August. As of today, there's still no return date for that same carrier to be headed back to port.
And let me say this too, even though this particular situation is strenuous because it's different or different because it's strenuous, that's normal. I dated a guy in the Army who deployed to Iraq. He wasn't supposed to be gone but 9 months. They kept him over there to like 13, 14 months. This how it work in the military. See, us civilians don't know. But in the military, because you belong to them, they can do what they please. Now, this is a specific different situation because they're on a boat. And mentally, this could mess them people up. But I'm only using that as an example to say that the military does this type of shit all the time. This ain't the first rodeo. This the first time you hearing about it. But this type of shit happens every day. Welcome to the party, America. You're late.
40 days of continuous combat operations. They made a stop in Guam in December last year. A lot of the crew never got off the ship. One stop in Oman, July 7th, where the ones who did get off the ship, they were confined to a compound inside that port. Carriers normally pull in every 30 to 45 days. Why can't this carrier get back to port? Why? You have several people trying to throw themselves overboard. Now they're on medical hold because they're afraid of their careers finished.
Oh, it's done. Oh, yeah.
You have countless.
That's another thing. If you try to commit suicide in the military, you dead. Your career is done. They might let you sing around or sit around for about a year or two. Then they're going to kick you out. But they're not going to kick you out like on purpose. They're going to make it look like they just letting you go. But if you commit suicide or report sexual assault or rape, you're done. 3 things. If you want to get out the military, commit suicide or attempt to commit suicide, report sexual assault or rape, you're done.
Stories after story after story that are reaching back home to their loved ones. The loved ones are the ones that have to report this information and news to us. We wouldn't know. Pentagon is not telling us shit. You got another one, then another one, then another one that's trying to throw themselves overboard. What the fuck is going on, PKXF? Hey, Pentagon, why are you so quiet? Ask the Navy how many sailors have tried to go overboard. We need to know. Go back to April when the families put out photos of the food conditions. And then PKXF says it was fake news. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this how we treat our bravest men and women serving our country? And then just in San Diego, you hear about the 200 family members got so pissed off, they wanted to talk to the Navy leadership and told them up front. No, it wasn't fake news. The family members, 200 of them in San Diego, said that in one room. One spouse said her husband messaged her one morning and told her he hopes he doesn't wake up tomorrow. Vice Admiral Joseph Calheo told
You know
those.
what I was thinking about when I saw that part when the lady said her husband called her and said, "I hope I don't wake up tomorrow." You know what I was thinking about? What if they got all kind of spiritual demons in the middle of that water? What if they being haunted by something in that water? That's why I did the thumbnail the way that I did it, because Remember, they're under top secret mission, so they can't come back and tell us. Honestly, they're gonna get in trouble for telling y'all this shit right now. All of them people that's telling y'all this, they gonna get in trouble. They about to get kicked out, dishonorable discharge. You done. I'm telling you now. You feel what I'm saying? But outside of that, what if there's some different, some real deep, dark, spiritual shit going on out there? What if they torturing them people out there? It's just so much stuff popped in my head. Well, you never lived in the middle of the ocean. What if at night sometimes a fucking mermaid hop up on the deck, bitch, and be out that bitch singing? You do what I'm saying? Like, it's so much stuff that we don't know about. And these people are on a top secret mission. So they won't even be able to come back and tell you what they saw. Now you see why veterans be coming back, throw it off in the head? Most of them don't want to tell you. But a lot of them can't tell you, especially under this. They definitely under top secret. So they can't come back and tell you nothing. You see what I'm saying? So anything that happens to them out there, they got to eat that shit. So when the man said, I hope I don't wake up tomorrow, what if that's a demon or something on him? What if something happened? What if he's seen some shit? What if they was out there? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying anything could possibly happen. We don't know. We've never lived in the middle of the ocean. And these things are something that we should think about.
Families, quote, we hear you loud and clear. I sure hope you do. Get their asses back. Get a date, Admiral. Find a date. Get a date. Bring home the Lincoln. Bring the Lincoln home. Truth has no party. Y'all be well. 200.
So the people have been going crazy. Let me show you the man who they sent out to talk to the people about the conditions. Now look at the military is very cunning, and they don't give a damn about people dying in there neither. They'll just send out a doggone email and keep it moving. Look at the man. His name is Seth. Hegseth says USS Lincoln sailors have everything they need despite reports of supply shortages. The reason why this is another big deal is, like I said, the ship, like somebody said in the chat, is literally falling apart. They don't have supplies. They cannot bathe. They don't even have good food to eat. They literally over there eating slop. They living like Nigeria. They living in a third world country on top of a boat and with no date of when they coming home. They've already 200 and something days past the time they should have been home. That'll make me go crazy too. Let's get into this man they sent out here to lie. Look.
Completely misrepresented. Listen, we make sure that every ship, every crew, every captain has everything we can provide them at every single moment. Some deployments are longer than others, and I have more respect and gratitude for those sailors than anybody. What they do in those high seas and those austere conditions with less port calls, it's incredible. I mean, Americans don't understand what it's like to do that. So as someone who's not been on a ship like that, but been on long deployments, I feel it. I want them home as soon as everybody else do. I want folks rotated as quickly as possible. I want the best for them. My commanders know that. Our service secretaries know that. The president expects that. And so to that crew and to all those crews, we're going to do everything we can for you. And we are so grateful for their dedication of that crew and others. They've held the line for the country, and they've done a fantastic job. Completely misrepresented.
Y'all see how they sent this man out here? Now, he's supposed to come out here to tell us, the Americans, that, oh, they just over-exaggerating. Yes, messed up that they stuck, but they're fine. We already talked about it with the president. We're making sure they have everything they need. They're fine. He lied, and they sent him out here to lie. The military is cutthroat like the rest of the world. Welcome to the party. You're late. Look at what the people was eating. Look at the people meals. Y'all see this? This is what the people was able to eat. Look. Life on the USS Abraham Lincoln, it would be that one. 9 months at sea, running on fumes and multiple sailors jumping overboard to end the suffering. It says for the roughly 5,000 sailors and Marines aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, the days have blurred into one long stretch of gray metal, recycled air, and dwindled supplies. Okay? It says the carrier left San Diego in November of 2025. By August of 2026, it has spent more than 250 consecutive days at sea with only 2 brief port calls. 250 days. Ain't that like, that's a lot of months. That's like almost 6 months. It says It sets modern records for time underway while supporting combat operations tied to the conflict with Iran. Flight operations continue. Oh, yeah, they still working. It says shifts ran 12 to 16 hours. Days off became rare. The deployment, originally expected to end in May, was extended with no public return date. What the crew began telling their families was simpler and more immediate than strategy. They were hungry, dirty, exhausted, and breaking. It says photos circulated of nearly empty trays, a dry meat patty, a gray slab of processed protein, a handful of boiled carrots, or a half cup of rice with 2 tortillas. Sailors describe rationing fresh fruit and vegetables largely disappeared. It says some reported significant weight loss. The ship's store frequently ran out of toothpaste, soap, deodorant, and shampoo. Now that's how you can get me to commit suicide, bitch. I gotta wash my ass. You see what I'm saying? It says people stood in line for over an hour only to find empty shelves. Laundry services went down for weeks. Showers grew moldy. Hot water became unreliable. Toilets clogged. Care packages from home sat in limbo for months after the Postal Service suspended delivery to military zip codes in that region. That was done on purpose. Then the reports turned darker. Multiple sailors attempted to jump overboard. One wife said her husband, a 13-year sailor, tried to go over the side and is now on medical hold, terrified the incident will end his career with a dishonorable discharge. Oh, he can bet it. Another sailor on watch spotted a shipmate preparing to jump, grabbed him and pulled him back onto the deck with help from others. It says families describe messages from the ship about constant thoughts of jumping just for relief, and text saying a sailor hoped he would wake up the next day or wouldn't wake up the next day. Morale already low, collapsed into open talk to self-harm. It says in early August, more than 200 family members met with the acting Navy Secretary, Hung Kao, Tether, and other senior leaders in San Diego and in a follow-up virtual session. Backup. Skirt. Who the hell is Hung Kao? Because you know they said China was supposed to take over and they were supposed to be the ones helping us to implode, right? Who is Hung Chao over the Navy? Come on, girl, you taking too long. Oh, they don't even know.
The Navy offers in-home childcare through
No,
programs
girl,
like
shut
Family
up.
Child
Girl,
Care
shut
and
up.
Subsidy.
Oh, girl, shut up. Maybe they thought I said home child. Hung child. Let me see. Who is Hung? How you spell his name? Hung child. Bitch. Yay. Oh, here you go. Found him. Got him. Where that picture at? Let me see. He a cute little Asian. There you go. Let me show y'all so y'all can see him. This Hung child. Can y'all see him? This Hung child. This the man over the Navy. You see Hung child? That's the man over the Navy. Now, why is this important? Because they were saying that China and all of that stuff was trying to implode on our Navy and all of that stuff so that they can kind of attack from within. Y'all ever heard about China buying up all the land in America? Put it in the chat. If y'all ever heard about China buying up all the land in America. Well, if you haven't heard, I'm going to tell you. There's a rumor, not a rumor, it's true. China has bought a lot of land in America. And the reason why is because people are saying that they're planning to basically attack us from the inside. Okay? Now, if Hung Chao is the one in charge of the Navy and got the ships out there with no relief, wouldn't that make sense? See Hung Chao? Wouldn't that make sense? Remember, the rumor is they buying up all the land in America so that they can start a war in America, so that they can kind of do a sneak attack. Look at Hung Chao. It's giving sneak attack tease. It's giving sneak attack tease. Anyways, back to the thing. Hold on. That's Hung Chao. That's the one over it. It goes on to say they describe moldy showers, broken toilets, food shortages, contaminated water, concerns. It says extreme fatigue and the fear that the exhausted crews on a flight deck would eventually make a fatal mistake. And that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. Navy officials acknowledged significant strain on service members and families. They pointed to onboard counselors, chaplains, and medical staff. Chow told the families, of course he did, that the USS Roosevelt is being prepared to relieve the Lincoln. It ain't left yet, but gave no timetable for when that relief would arrive. It's just about time. Official statements still push back on the worst characterizations. It says the Navy has said it has not identified a confirmed increase in reported suicide ideation or attempts based on common data and earlier denied widespread food shortages, stating that the ship carried sufficient stores and served nutritionally balanced meals. They trying to say that they don't know how many people over there committing suicide. They a damn lie. Listen, they have to report it. When somebody attempts or even talk about it, they have to. And listen, it don't just get reported to your supervisor. They got to send that up to DC. Yeah. All attempts of suicide to be sent up the chain. Don't let them tell you that. They're going to tell you, oh, we don't know. We can't confirm or deny. Yes, they can. They know before you. They know exactly who all died. They know exactly who jumped. They know exactly. Don't let them lie. It has to be reported. So I'm telling you, they lying right there, okay? It goes on to say, official statements still push back on the worst characterizations. The Navy has said, I already said that. It says leadership continues to emphasize resilience and available support. The gap between those statements and the messages come home has not closed. It says, the gap between those statements and the messages coming home has not closed. It says sailors keep describing sparse trays, empty store shelves, and that feeling that deployment has no end. It don't. Parents and spouses keep describing sons and husbands who sound broken. And now some of these men have tried to step off the edge of the ship into the sea. They trying to commit suicide. They're going to be worse than the people coming back from Vietnam. For the crew living inside those steel passageways, the language of logistics, sustainment, and mission requirements has translated into something concrete. Half a cup of rice, no toothpaste, no clean laundry, months without solid ground, and the knowledge that the promised relief carrier still has no date attached to it. So they keep reporting that there's a release date or there's a date for another ship to come out there and relieve them. But I'm here to tell y'all that that's not true. They just telling us that so we can go on about our business and allow them to continue to doing what they're doing to their troops. Let me show y'all what it looks like to be inside of a Navy ship, so y'all can see what these people are dealing with. Let me show y'all. And you know what's crazy? I was about to go to the Navy. I remember the lady asked me, and I said, what's the odds I got to go on the ship? That lady said, oh, you going on the ship? I said, no, I'm not. Okay. Look at the ship. Let me show you how these people live. Y'all need to see it. Look.
This is where I'm supposed to sleep. You can't even breathe in this damn thing. Won't be no rolling out. I'm supposed to roll over in my sleep.
I want to show you guys how we live on a ship, but we have to be quiet. To start, this is my cube. There's 3 racks right there. I have this big locker because I live on the top rack. So, yeah, other racks open up so they don't get the big locker. I'll show you how it opens later. Then I have this little storage thing to place my items. And then sleeping bag, because it gets cold, dirty laundry, and charger. This is the second locker. Other people's rack opens up like this. And then this is the restroom, 3 sinks, trash sorting area, 3 stalls, and 2 showers. And then you have to wear shower shoes because it's super dirty in there, gross. And then most things have 6 people. I like to sleep in a top rock because I can sit up. I want to show you.
You want to know what it's like to live on a Navy ship? Like this. That's home. So let me explain. That mattress is probably 3 inches thick, maybe. And that's your bunk. That's where you sleep. That's your home for the 2 years that you're on that ship. It's so funny because everyone's getting like king-size beds now, California king-size beds, or at a minimum, queen. Like no one sleeps in a twin or a full anymore, hardly. Not a grown person. And then you see with the lock right there, that bunk lifts up, and your whole life is underneath that mattress. And then behind my head here is your locker. That's what you get when you're stationed on a ship. That little locker and that bunk. And you have a little drawer right there where you probably keep your toiletries. But that's home. That's home. And you get a blue curtain, and the curtain goes across that rack up there. Now, you sleep in there, you live in there, you read in there, you listen to music in there. That's home, literally. And you don't violate anyone else's space. You got a guy above you and a guy below you. And remember, these ships are underway 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months at a time. And that's your sanctuary right there. That's where you live. They're in like the same division. Division is what they call them. So I was a radioman in communications. That area was full of radiomen. And the reason they do that is because of our shift work. Like, we all go to work at the same time. We go to bed at the same time. So if you got the night shift and you get off at 6 in the morning, you come down while the other guys are going up. And on and on. Just wanted to let you know.
So this is how people live on the ship. Now imagine going on the ship knowing that you're going to come home in 6 months, and then the 6 months come and go and you don't know when you coming home. Mind you, they were supposed to be home in April. They were supposed to be home in April. Could you imagine living like that in those conditions? And that's a new ship. That's the ship. Those are the ships that are fully equipped. Remember, I just read to you how our sailors are living. They don't even have clean water to wash their ass. They don't even have sufficient food to eat. And they don't have no dates on when they coming home. I want to play this last video of this clear man talking about this deployment, and then we're going to get up off of here. But let me say this. I'm bringing this up because this is a social experiment. I believe that the military sent them people out there in the middle of that water on purpose. I believe that the government sent them people out there, that they're probably doing some sort of MK Ultra shit going on out there. I'm pretty sure it's hella rapes going on that boat. I know that's happening. But see, this is the part of the military people don't want to tell y'all about. I know buku bitches getting raped. Niggas too. Everybody done cheated. If you got a husband or a wife on that boat, they done fucked on somebody on there. You got to know it. And it probably was long before they realized they were stranded. I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure multiple people have gotten raped. Sexual assault is running like crazy throughout the ship. You can't tell nobody, because even if you tell somebody, nigga, we at war. We ain't got time to worry about you getting raped. You gotta go to work. It's the real war outside. Like, outside, we fighting a real war. This ain't for play. We don't have time for you to come to me and tell me that boy pulled you in the bunker and raped you. We don't have time. We at war. Get your ass to work. That's what these people are under. I believe this is a social experiment. Let's get into this clear man.
A lot of you guys know I was in the Navy for a little over a decade. For those of you that don't, I was in the Navy for a little over a decade. I served on submarines and spent about 4 years of my life deployed. Almost all of that time was under the water, where we were isolated from the rest of the world. I want to talk about what the sailors on board the USS Abraham Lincoln are going through. They left home on November 21st, 2025. They have gone more than 200 days without a port call. Let's talk about what that means, because I don't think people are disgusted enough by what they're going through. When we're deployed, sometimes the only thing we have to look forward to is a date on a calendar. That
He's so
singular
low.
speck of light is what keeps people together. It keeps them focused and it keeps them sane. When that keeps getting ripped away, the psychological and emotional impact, like, I can't even explain how gut wrenching it is to have that rug pulled out from underneath of you, let alone repeatedly. And the best of circumstances, being underway on a ship or a submarine sucks. Something as simple as a shower comes with restrictions. Get in, get wet, turn the water off, lather up, turn the water on, rinse off, get out. We can only make so much clean water in a day, and we need to conserve every bit of it that we can. When that machinery breaks down, showers are the first thing to go. Now, every single piece of communication that comes on and off the ship is scrubbed and scrutinized to make sure sensitive information isn't getting leaked. It's called OPSEC, or operational security. Incoming communications are also scrubbed to make sure that information that could be distracting isn't getting passed along. Your grandpa dies, not getting that message. Your spouse wants to leave, not getting that one either. You can find out when you get home. Now imagine you're supporting sensitive operations and all of that just gets completely cut off. You now exist in a world inside of the world that is isolated from everything. It's you and your shipmates and a lot of gray bulkheads, day after day after day. Then machinery starts breaking and you run out of parts. You run out of soap and laundry detergent. All the fresh food is gone and you're eating powdered eggs and rationed frozen shit. People start getting sick. Everyone is beyond exhausted. People start getting depressed and angry. You've missed holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. You start to forget what grass smells like. Haven't heard your kid laugh in months or hugged your parents. Every day your world gets smaller and eventually it crushes you. The only thing you have to tether yourself to is a date on a calendar. And when that goes away, so does your anchor. To my brothers and sisters on board the Lincoln, I love you guys. Stay strong.
Say, bro, that shit gave me chills, bro. That's messed up. If y'all heard the way this man described it, and he talking about his time on a submarine, that's under the water. You see what I'm saying? They got 5,500 sailors stuck in the middle of the ocean right now. Just stuck in the middle, just stuck with no dates of when they coming home. And like the white boy said, the only thing you hold on to when you get on the ship is that date to come home. But when that day come and go and they still not telling you when you coming home, if you don't crack just off the string of being there, the fact that you don't know when you coming home, mentally, what does that do to these people? Somebody said it's like prison. This makes prison look like a vacation. They got better accommodations in prison. Do you hear me? This makes prison look like a summer vacation with the family. He just told you they running out of clean water, no food. They eating slop for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's rationed literally to the palm. People losing weight. They don't know when they coming home. Nigga, if this ain't a social experiment, I don't know what this is. This some scary movie shit. This some old gory weird shit that happens. Yay! This some weird shit. And all our troops is just stuck with no idea of when they coming home. 5,500 troops, both Navy and Marine, stuck. Black man don't have no place in that army. Black men do not belong in that military. I don't give a damn. Black Americans do not belong in the United States military. I'm saying it with my whole chest. I don't care if you went and you got out and you got good benefits. I don't care if you went and you retired and ain't nothing wrong with you. At the end of the day, Black Americans do not belong in that military. I said what I said, and I ain't the first one to say it. We don't belong in it. I'm telling you. And I'm telling y'all, I get it. We normally in the past, we use the military as a stepping stone to get in that. No. No more. No more. And it's the crazy part. My little nephew just joined the army. He just got out of basic training a couple of months ago. We don't belong in that shit. That is not for us. Don't let nobody tell you. I'm not saying that it's a horrible thing all the way around. I'm just telling you, for me, I believe that Black Americans don't belong in that army. We ain't fighting our wars no way. We don't belong in them people military. Said what I said. This is disgusting. Thank the services or thank the troops for the services. Anybody who have served. Shout out to each and every one of y'all who have served, because people don't really understand what goes on in that military. And I'm here to tell y'all, they be out there raping, pillaging, and all kinds of shit. And the way the military is set up, if you rat, you're done. If you get raped in the military and you go tell, you're done. If you get sexually assaulted in the military and you go tell, you're done. If you get sexually harassed in the military and you go tell, you're done. Fact. And I ain't gotta be in there to know that. That's a fact. I don't give a damn what branch. It could be the Coast Guards or the Boy Scouts. If you rat that you got sexually assaulted, raped, or harassed, you're done. You're done. It's a wrap. Dishonorable. You're done. They're not gonna do it straight off the bat, but you're done. It's a wrap. You're dead. You're done. So all of them people that tried to commit suicide to get off the boat, you done. Not only this, let me say this too. It messes with your benefits when you get out. Because see, the way they code you, let me give y'all a little tidbit. See, you don't just get in and get out and then they pay you. See, they have to give you a code when you get out. And if that code don't mean pay you, you can get out and not never get paid. Does that make sense? So committing suicide, they can code you a certain way to where they can kick you out and you still don't get no VA benefits. I'm not saying it happens often, but they can. It's called honorable, other than honorable, dishonorable. And there's other charges or discharges in between that. So the military has found a way to keep you secret. And most people know, most women, if women who join the military, you can get PTSD just off the strength of being a woman in the military. I did the research paper on it in college, girl. Every woman who joined the military, you have PTSD because you've suffered from some sort of sexual trauma. Rather it be on you or you witnessed it. You suffered it. But the way to keep that quiet, they let the people know. It's not a loud spoken thing, but everybody knows that if you tell that you got raped, you're done. And this is the gag. This is how they do. They'll put out videos saying, oh, y'all, if you ever get raped, come tell us. We gonna do something. You better not do that. That's a lie. That's a setup. That's what the military does. They put things and resources in place that tell the people, if this happens to you, come tell us. Same thing with suicide. Even with suicide, there's a whole system in place inside the military that tells the troops, if you or somebody you know is thinking about committing suicide, come tell us. You better not do that. If you do that, you dead. You bet not go tell nobody in that uniform that you thinking about committing suicide. Because the moment you do that, you're done. They're gonna kick you up out of there. I'm telling you. This is the stuff most people don't know about that military. I know a lot about it. Thank you, Khalil or Kaylee for the super chat. Thank you. She says, I'm a Navy veteran, been on 3 ships, just got out in February 2026. Thank you for your service. We have replenished at sea to get food, supplies. We have replenishments, at sea to get food, supplies, mail, etc. That's another thing, Khalil. They said that the people not getting no mail. They said that they stopped the mail from the people a long time ago. They haven't even got no mail. Thank God some of them got their cell phones, but they don't even have no mail. Thank you for your service. And thank you again for the super chat. She says, I was on the Truman, another carrier. We had a similar deployment from 2019 to 2020. They only care about the mission. Facts. And you're not getting off that ship unless you're pregnant. Of course, case by case basis. Girl, I'd have been knocked up so fast. I'd have been knocked up by the boss so fast. Girl, please. But no, you're right. You're not getting off that ship unless you either commit suicide or get pregnant. You dead. Thank you again. And thank you again for your super chat. Says, I was on the USS Fitzgerald DDG. Lord, not DDG. DDG 62. We crashed with 7 fatalities in 2017. Rumor was some people was playing with Ouija boards and we had a fire that week prior. Y'all can look up the crash though. Oh, I believe you, girl. I believe you. I'm telling you, something supernatural happening on that ship. And I'm pretty sure you know some shit too. Something supernatural happening on that ship. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. They'll never tell us, and they make them go into top secret so they can't come back and tell you. I believe you. Miss Bible Cooks, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, I was on a ship before. The biggest morale booster for sailors and Marines is their mail and care packages. Being on ship sucks. And that's the thing. They can't even get no mail. They haven't gotten mail in months. I'm cutting in and out, and I got a new mic. I don't know why it's doing that. But look, they haven't gotten new mail in months. So imagine the mindset of those people. You see what I'm saying? Elisha, thank you for the super chat. Says my twin brother was one out of 300 soldiers, U.S. sailors, whose ship was trapped at sea for 4 days in China's backyard about a week or so ago with no power. Oh my God. See, they don't put that kind of stuff on there. I feel so bad. Thank you so much for sharing, Elisha. Thank you so much. I feel so bad for your brother. I'm glad that he's at safety now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And prepare to thrive. Thank you for the super chat. Says, remember, Vu, they tested us first with that boat that was out at sea with the virus. Ooh, sure did. And now this. Definitely experimental. Adrian Broner on the passed out. Yeah, he did pass out earlier. I hope he's okay. That's what I heard. I'm going to have to look into that. Yeah, man. You cooking, prepare to thrive. Remember that ship that got stuck out in the middle of the ocean, that cruise ship? It was a way to basically get us to get normal with it. Man, listen, thank you for your services. Any and everybody who's ever served, you are really the true MVPs. Man, Black America, let's get up out of them people military, especially now. If you in the military and you able to get out, get out. Please, I want to say this to anybody who's enlisted in the military. This is not the military of the yesteryears. This is a different military. If you are in the military and it is capable and you are capable of getting out, leave. Now, more than any time in the past, this ain't what it used to be. This something completely different. The war that we fighting is not the same wars. So if you in there, get the hell up out of there. I love y'all. Do the research, pay the information forward, and please make sure y'all talk to each other and do that genealogy too. Hit VoodooDollTVShop.com if you want to support the doll. I love y'all. See y'all later on for Educational Friday. If not, see y'all Monday for the next Joce. Subscribe. I love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.